York Revolution is on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball is brought to you by Wellspan Sports Medicine, PeoplesBank, Shipley Energy, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Maple Donuts, Harvey's Rental, Flying Feet, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Broadway Transmission, Dasher Investment Services, Smith Wealth Advisory Group, Royal Manchester Golf Links, Dutch Apple Dinner Theater, York County Bar Association, Lidl, CBD Supply MD York, Crunch Fitness, Columbia Gas, York County Solid Waste Authority, PSECU, and by the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Deep left center, it is gone! Swing and a miss, he struck him out! Base hit! Revs win!
Now, with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from PeoplesBank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 40 of York Revolution Baseball. Tonight, it is the middle game of this three-game weekend as the Revs look to bounce back against the Long Island Ducks. Hello again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Ray Jensen. Welcome to Revs Baseball here on a gorgeous night here in July on this Saturday evening in downtown York. Revs looking to put another rough one behind them from last night and have dropped three in a row. The first two were one-run games at West Virginia. The first of those in particular was very difficult to swallow. Last night was a one-run game until the ninth when the Revs' fourth error of the night brought home two final Long Island insurance runs. Revs are 16-23. The Ducks leading the Atlantic League North 21-17. Southern Maryland was rained out last night, so their win gave them a half-game lead for first. And Ray, the Revs still only 5.5 out with 21 to go in the first half, but the talk is getting louder and louder around here about the defensive struggles, and you just cannot ignore it.
Yeah, that's very well put, Daryl. It's 4 errors last night leading to 3 unearned runs, and it pretty much wasted what was a great start from Duke Von Schamann. 7 innings, allowing just 2 earned runs. And for York, they just have to play cleaner defense against a team that is playing very clean defense. Now in the tops of the league in defense after their display against York last night. And we've seen these guys that there's talent on this team with the gloves. They may not be showing it right now, but they can play composed and accurate throws, and they just have to show it against this Ducks team. So I think they're capable of it. They just have to put it together on the field tonight.
Yeah, Long Island, conversely, has had the league's best defense this year. Only 23 errors in 38 games. The Revs, I hate to even utter the number, but 71 errors in 39 games and 13 in the last 3 on this current losing streak. And we saw something earlier today, Ray, that you normally don't see at this level, normally don't have to see at this level, and Mace will talk about it in the pregame coming up, but they did a little drill with the infielders. They were out early today, trying to put some simulated pressure on them, and they had to get 15 outs in a row cleanly in all different situations, not knowing who the ball was going to be hit to, and if there was any juggle whatsoever, start over. And they were going to do that all afternoon, even if it wiped out batting practice if it had to. And they did have to start over several times. Eventually they got it done, but it's obvious to everybody that that is the biggest area of this team that has to get improved right now.
For sure, and I like that drill in particular because if one person makes a mistake, it affects the whole team. So the importance of everyone's individual role in the field is definitely on display in a drill like that. So it helps build team chemistry, something that's been up and down throughout the season, not to the team's fault. We just had a lot of guys that came out of the infield being picked up by major league organizations, but now with a lot more consistency, a lot more time together, the cohesiveness has to show.
Yeah, and that's true. Where the Revs have been picked apart the most is in the infield, and that's where we're seeing defensive woes. You know, look at Lancaster, conversely. Their starting rotation was picked apart, and they can't keep anybody under 18 runs. So sometimes there are things out of your control, but this team is trying to get better every day, and hopefully we start to see some better results. Duke Von Schamann did have a good start last night. Season-high 7 innings, 3 runs, only 2 earned, did not walk any. Did not allow more than 1 hit after the 3rd inning last night, going all the way through 7. And tonight, Austin Nicely will look to pick up where Von Schaman left off, and Nicely was dominant against Long Island the first time that he faced them. More often than not, here of late, he has been very good.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Daryl, very good. Ever since his first start, when he only went 3 or so innings, he's been going 5 or more ever since. So Nicely's been locked in, one of the better left-handers, not just in our rotation, of course, but in the league. And he's feasting on this Ducks battings before, so we'll see if we can do it again.
3-3 with a 4.12 ERA overall. Right-hander Brendan Feldman will go for Long Island. He is 1-1 with an ERA of 6.31, and it is a rematch of June 12th when the Revs won Mace's 500th game as manager. Nicely beat Feldman that night. Both pitchers pitched well. Nicely was outstanding. Take a look at what's coming up tonight on the pregame What's on Tap, brought to you by Brewery Products and Lancaster Blue Trail, which is on tap here at PeoplesBank Park. And tonight on the pregame, Ray's got a look around the league, see what's going on here as we get toward the final 20 games of first half play. We've got Mace coming up here shortly as well. Also, before we get to Mace, and he'll talk more in detail about it, but I just looked down in the field and saw James Harris. You may be wondering the update from last night. He is largely fine. He's going to be out of the lineup tonight and probably tomorrow, but it was a cut. He got cleated at second base, no structural damage, so that is good news. But Ray will have a look around the league coming up, and then Mace joins us after that. Stay tuned. First pitch set for 6:30 here tonight in York on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving the community for more than 155 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make our communities great, and to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Remember when an app was listen only? Oh yeah, that was kind of us, wasn't it? Well, we have a new app. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores and take Sports Radio 1350 on the go like never before. Listen on the go like always, and now get easier access to archived games and programs on demand. Watch WOYK game broadcasts on YouTube and so much more. Search the new WOYK on the Apple and Google Play stores and download today. It's not just an app, it's a lifestyle. Sports Radio 1350. First in York, first in sports. Can't get enough of the birds? Sports Radio 98.9 and 1350 WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from The Athletic Baltimore. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball and the birds every Monday at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Revs and the Ducks here on a Saturday night at PeoplesBank Park. Ray, on our pregame tonight, take a look around the league, brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care.
Thank you, Daryl. Let's take a look at what happened in last night's contests. One was rained out as Southern Maryland was supposed to host West Virginia in game 1 of a 3-game set. They got postponed and playing 2 today. But looking out elsewhere last evening, the Lexington Legends won at home against the High Point Rockers 6-4, gaining a game up on the Rockers in the South Division. And Gastonia took it to the Barnstormers over at Clipper Magazine Stadium, winning 18-2. Taking a closer look At first, the Legends and the Rockers. 6-4 win for Lexington. J.J. Hoover, 4 earned runs in 6 innings. Ricky Knapp went 5 and allowed 6 earned runs against the Legends. 4 RBIs for Keon Barnum, with 2 hits, including 2 home runs against the Rockers, so he is feeling it at the plate for Lexington. Let's take a look at that drubbing that Lancaster got, 18-2 courtesy of Gastonia. Jalen Peguero got his 3rd win of the year, pitching 7 innings of scoreless baseball. Junior Rincon got the start for Lancaster. He allowed 8 total runs, 7 earned, in just an inning against the Gastonia Honey Hunters last evening. Of course, the game here against the Ducks, not in the Revs' favor as they lost 5-2. Let's take a look at the standings entering tonight's play in the Atlantic League. First in the South Division, it is Lexington's division to lose, as Lexington is 24-13 with a 6.5 game lead over the 18-20 High Point Rockers. Gastonia 7.5 back at 16-20, tied with West Virginia with the same mark. Long Island leads the North Division, coming tonight a half game up on Southern Maryland, 21-17, the record for Long Island. The Blue Crabs 20-17, Lancaster 19-20 following the loss last night. They are 2.5 back of first, and the Revs at 16-23, 5.5 games out of first place. And the other games scheduled for tonight, as I mentioned, Southern Maryland and West Virginia playing 2 in Waldorf. The Blue Crabs up 5-0 on the Power in between the 3rd inning and Game 1 down in Maryland, and they'll be playing Game 2 later tonight. Gastonia facing Lancaster, hosting Gastonia in Game 2 at 6:30 p.m. start, and Lexington and High Point set to get together at 6:35.
All right, Ray, very good. Our look around the league brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care here tonight. We'll take a break. Revs and the Ducks coming up shortly, and Mace joins us on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report up next.
The 1741 Club is here. You in? PeoplesBank Park introduces a revolution in hospitality in York. The 1741 Club, presented by UPMC. Now open on the skybox level of PeoplesBank Park, the 1741 Club features stylish design and contemporary decor, all-inclusive food and beverages, and totally flexible ticket purchase options. The hottest spot in York is the place to entertain and thank customers, reward employees, celebrate family occasions, or simply treat yourself to an all-inclusive experience at the ballpark. Nightly menus include enhanced classics and a rotation of special offerings, and house selections of draft beer and wine and a full range of non-alcoholic beverages are included in the ticket price. 1741 Club tickets are available for individual purchase through 3 levels of membership or as season tickets, and they can be used for any of the York Revolution's home games based on availability. The 1741 Club, presented by UPMC. You in? Details and pricing at 1741club.com.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace. Well, last night, another game that unfortunately was marred by the defense, and you get out here early today. I know it was a big focus today, trying to get guys the reps or whatever it takes at this point. What are you kind of thinking about it at this point?
Well, I mean, last night after the game, we went in, and I talked to the guys, the infielders specifically, about, the amount of errors that we've made so far to this point in the season, and I compared us to the team that we're playing, who had 23 errors and we had 71. So, I mean, that's a lot of errors. That's a lot of extra guys on base. So today we came out and we played a little defensive game that actually put some pressure on you, because I want you to make so many consecutive outs in a row hitting the ball all around the field, and if somebody screws up, then we start over. And, unfortunately, we probably had to start over about 4 times. When we got to a certain number, it seemed like we always had a mishap and we started over. So, I mean, the emphasis is just we want to make the routine play routinely is what we want to do. And right now, those are the plays that are really hurting us the most.
Last night, Duke Von Schaman, his best start of the year to date, 7 innings, 2 earned runs allowed. What did you think of his night last night?
No, he had a great night. For me, there was probably one hitter I thought that maybe he could have done a little better job with. But I think, and it was how they scored their first run. I think of the 9-hole hitter with an 0-2, and then I think he ended up getting a double down the right field line and ended up being their first run to score. So I think other than that at bat right there, where he misfired on a pitch and Almadeva took advantage of it. Other than that, I thought he did a really good job.
Last night, James Harris had to come out. We're sitting up there. It looks like, is this another finger that's being put back into its socket? That was not the case. What's the latest with him?
No, actually, when Jackson went to cover the bag on the throw to try to pick him off, he actually spiked him. He stepped on his hand and he cut 2 of his fingers. So from the dugout, I actually thought maybe that Harris got either hit in the ribs by the ball on the pickoff, or maybe in the wrist because of the way he was reacting, holding his wrist. So when I got out there, he's cut on 2 fingers, one on the top, one underneath, and it doesn't require stitches or anything. But I'm giving him today off and tomorrow since we're off on Monday. And then that'll be 3 days in a row, and we'll see where he is. I think he's going to be fine, but these next couple of days, that would be pretty sore. So we're going to give him those days off.
And there's some other outfielders that just came off the injured list with Dotel and Mesa. Mesa with a double last night. Dotel hit himself. How do you feel they're playing and coming off their respective injuries?
Well, I think Melky's closer than Dotel at this point, but both of those guys, haven't, especially Melky, he hasn't had a lot of at-bats in the last couple of weeks. So I think he's still getting in a groove. But even the outs he hit last night were very hard. So, and his defense is always good. So he's able to run and throw the ball and do those things. So it's just getting back his timing a little bit from being off. And, Dotel's Dotel. He free swinger. It doesn't matter if he played or didn't play. He sees the ball, he wants to swing. So, but his defensive part, his body's getting better too.
Is he getting some arm strength back, working pregame and all that?
He is. We're on a pretty good throwing program right now where he's not experiencing any setbacks. So if that continues for the next, say, 3-4 days, then I would hope by next weekend when we go to their place that we'll be able to get him in the field defensively also.
They got Austin Nicely tonight, and I wanted to ask you about the guy catching him, Lennon Rodriguez. You've got him back there again. He's impressing you defensively, isn't he?
No, he's done a really good job, and he did a really good job. Him and Austin worked really good together the last outing. I like the way he receives the ball, and when your nickname's Machete from the catching position, that means you're chopping down a lot of runners that try to steal bases. So, he throws the ball well, he receives it well. They work good together. Austin's comfortable with him, so so why not? We'll give give him another chance back there tonight.
Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason. Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Let's listen in on the anthem tonight.
At this time, we ask that you please rise if you are able, remove all headwear, and welcome Hope Allen for the performance of our national anthem presented by Americhoice Federal Credit Union.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Very well done. Our national anthem here tonight from PeoplesBank Park. Revs and the Ducks here on a beautiful Saturday night in York. Revs have taken the field. Austin Nicely gets the ball here this evening. And our starting lineups, as always, are brought to you by Flying Feet. For Long Island tonight, they will have Vladimir Frias at third base leading things off. Steve Lombardozzi, second base, bats second. LJ Mazzilli will do the DHing and hit third. Lou Ford is in the cleanup spot playing in left. Ryan Jackson at shortstop is batting fifth. Sal Giardina will do the catching and hit sixth. Johnny Turbo, the right fielder, bats seventh. Ben Farias at first base is hitting eighth. And Breland Almadova in center field will hit ninth. Again, Frias, Lombardozzi, Mazzilli, Ford, Jackson, Giardina, Turbo, Farias, and Almadova. And they've got Brendan Feldman making the start. For the Revs tonight, with Austin Nicely, it'll be Darian Sanford leading things off in center. Gon Sanchez, shortstop, hits second. Melky Mesa in left field is batting third. Wellington Dotel getting closer to maybe playing in the outfield. He will DH tonight and hit cleanup as they give Carlos Castro the night off. Jack Kenley at second base is hitting fifth. J.C. Encarnacion in right field bats sixth. Josue Herrera, first base, hitting seventh. Andrew Dundon, third base, bats eighth. Lennon Rodriguez will catch and hit ninth. Again, it's Sanford, Sanchez, Mesa, Dotel, Kenley, Encarnacion, Herrera, Dundon, and Rodriguez for the Revs, with Austin Nicely making start number 8. He is 3-3 with a 4.12 ERA. That's 7th in the league. He's 9th in innings. Just over a hit per inning. Opponents hitting .270. 14 walks, 23 Ks, and 39 and a third. If Frias digs in, our Dasher Investment Services first pitch tonight is a fastball in at the knees for a strike, and we are underway. 6:32 our start time tonight. Frias in his 8th game since coming back. He's hitting .208. Pitch. It is just outside. Revs are in the home whites tonight. Long Island in the black alternate jerseys. Orange numbers and trim. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball shortstop. Chance for Jan right away. Takes his time and throws it away into the Revs dugout. And Frias will be at second base to start the night. That is air number 72 on York, 20 more than the next closest team. About as routine as it gets to start the night. Here is Steve Lombardozzi. Well, they might be out at 9 a.m. tomorrow doing that drill again on a Sunday. First pitch, it's a cutter in for a strike. And if you're Nicely, you can't let that impact your night or even your inning, which is not easy. And I know Jan feels terrible about it. They're not trying to make errors. There's the 0-1, and a swing and a shot the other way. Kenley sliding try, can't reach it. It's into right, and Encarnacion juggles it. Frias will be held at third anyway. Throw comes in, and it's first and third with nobody out. Base hit for Lombardozzi, who has reached safely now in 23 of his last 24 games. And the Ducks are set up to score right out of the gates. First and third, no outs. Nicely back on June 12th against Long Island, 6 2/3, only gave up 3 hits, 1 unearned run, which did score in the first inning. And of the 3 hits, 1 was an infield hit. Here is LJ Mazzilli. And nicely with the pitch, swinging a ground ball off the mound. Jan lays out at short, flips to second. That's all they'll get. He does make a great play to get to this one. Run scores. It's an RBI for Mazzilli. 1-0 Long Island. Unearned run. And Sanchez kind of a 3/4 dive to get to it. Able to flip to Kenley for the force. Mazzilli drives in his 22nd. Here is Lou Ford, named the K-Man tonight, picking on the coach. Pitch from Nicely. It is over for a strike. Played on tonight, Silvio Martinez. Carl Villanueva at first, Calvin Baker, the umpire, at third. The 0-1, and it's down low. Ford hitting .226. This is his 17th game played this year. He's been throwing batting practice, coaching third when he's not in the lineup. He is their hitting coach. .44 years old. Pitch is swung on and missed, a high fastball. Did I get that right, Ray?
He will turn 45 in August.
Because the only roster in the booth is all the way over there.
Well, there's plenty of copies of them in the press box.
I know there are.
Somebody printed out.
I know. I find it important to not over-prepare. So I knew you had one.
I think we both know there's no such thing.
The 1-2, and a swing and a foul out of play, first base side. I saved some steps. I wanted to save the energy for the game.
All right.
See if it helps. So far, no.
I was going to say, results have not spoken well.
For me or for on the field. Nicely again, ready. Another 1-2. Swinging a ground ball foul over by the third base Ducks dugout. Our weather tonight brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. We've got a little bit of white cloud cover overhead. It's been sunny throughout the day, 86 degrees. Very pleasant. Little breeze and not humid. And stretched from Nicely, and again on 1 and 2, swinging a line drive at third. Short hop pick Dundon to second for 1. And Kenley's turn is late. Kenley had to reach toward left field slightly and hold the bag. Throw was just off a hair. I don't know if they would have turned 2 anyway. The relay at that point was well late. So fielder's choice. Hit it off the end of the bat. Little chunker to third, and Dundon on the short hop picked it. That goes as a ground ball, fielder's choice. Here is Ryan Jackson, and he takes a ball down and in. 92 on that fastball. And nicely trying to hold him to just the 1 unearned run after the game opening error. The 1-0 pitch, and a swing and a ground ball to first, and it is speared by Josue Herrera on 1 hop, going to the backhand, steps on first to end the inning. Ducks strike first with an unearned run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. At the end of a half inning tonight, it's the Ducks 1, the Revs coming up.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission again, and this time I have things on my mind, like warranty and service after the repair. You already know Broadway Transmission has been part of the community for 67 years at the same location. But did you know that in that time, York County has seen many transmission shops close its doors, like
Amco,
Atomic,
Clutch and Go,
Dr. Transmission,
Cotman,
York County Transmission,
Winters,
Goodlings,
Lee Miles,
A1.
What grinds my gears about these closings are the customers are left with no warranty. Stop! Don't make that same mistake. Broadway Transmission has over 40,000 transmission jobs under our belt, and we are still here today standing behind our famous 3-year warranty. We kid around a lot on our ads, but nothing is funny about having no warranty when you need it. Avoid that risk with the only smart choice in all of your county and stop by Broadway Transmission today. Broadway Transmission will get your ship together and stand behind it too. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
I felt like my well-being was tied to the morning stock numbers. I wanted to invest, but grew tired of the stress of potential losing it all. A friend of mine suggested I talk to Tom Dasher about a fixed index annuity that could be a stable option while still seeing potential growth. Tom has been helping folks here in York County for over 30 years. Give him a call at 717-487-2096 to see if he can assist you.
Cannonball Charlie's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
One to nothing. Revs come to bat against right-hander Brendan Feldman, who was good in his first start against them, although he also got smoked in the back by his catcher on a throw to second that night, which ended up being kind of a comical moment, but suffered the loss to nicely in the Revs. Mesa's 500th win June 12th. Malky Mesa hit a 2-run homer off of him in the 6th, which broke a tie. 7 innings, 3 runs that night. Overall, 1-1, a 6.31 ERA in 7 starts. And Darian Sanford to get it going. First pitch is a fastball away. 35 2/3 innings, 42 hits. Opponents 300, 23 walks, 23 Ks. Corners are in on Sanford. He's hitting .206. Pitch. It's outside. Had another multi-hit game last night. He's been starting to put those together again. One of those hits, a bunt hit last night, which is good to see. Feldman the wind and the pitch. Fastball, it is a little high. Maybe not on some hitters, but on Darian it was up. And it's 3-0 to start him off. Delivers, and there's a fastball strike. 88 from Feldman. Sanford tied for 4th in the league in walks with 29. He's 6th in runs with 34. Leads in steals with 29. That's a 16 steal lead. Pitch, fastball, and it's in for a strike. 3-2.
Hey, get over here.
Revs, who lead the league in steals, they have only led the league once in steals. That was 2014. 3-2. And a swing and a shot past Farias at first, laying out. Sanford leads it off with a hit. Well, even with 2 strikes, Farias was up at the edge of the grass, and he dove to the backhand. He's a right-hand thrower. And it was right on by him, and Sanford leads it off with a knock. A good start for the York offense. Jan Sanchez coming up. Jan tied for 5th in the league and hitting .354. 4 home runs, 19 batted in. Feldman set and the pitch. It is a called strike on the outside corner. If Sanford steals here, he will tie Rollo Avila for 2nd in league history in stolen bases. Pitch, it is outside. Avila, who played in the league 1998 through 2005, Atlantic City, Newark, and mostly Bridgeport. Rollo, who played back in the days of polo. 1-1, there he goes. Breaking ball, it's a strike. Throw to second, head first, slide, he's in. Sanford is in. Steal number 30 this year. And he has tied Rolando Avila for second on the league's all-time list. Number 231 of his Atlantic League career. Now he is at second right away. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Sanchez, who took it and let him steal. Feldman ready, delivers, and is swinging a foul out of play, first base side. Sanford, the 9th in a single season to get to 30 in Revs history. 2019, Wellington Dotel did it with 34. So you don't have to go far back, but he is the 9th. And it's only game number 40. Pitch here is in the dirt, blocked to the left by Giardina, who scrambles to get to it. Sanford started toward third. He'll stay where he is. 2-2 now. The Revs looking to answer right away. Jan, a 400 hitter with men in scoring position. 2-2, and a fastball missed outside, and Sanchez thought it was ball 4. He threw his bat away and was about to go to first. It is, in fact, ball 3. He was just practicing. The 3-2, swinging a ground ball foul down past Polo at third. Feldman, who's only a 4th-year pro, but he's been to AAA, 27 years old, 6'4", 205. He's in the Astros system, got to AAA Fresno in 2018 when their AAA club was there. He had a miserable start 2 starts ago that skyrocketed his numbers. They were really good otherwise. Pitch is swung on and fouled back. 6 of his 7 starts this year, 3 runs or fewer. He'd have a 3.18 ERA if you could remove June 29th in Lancaster. That was a game the Ducks won 19-18. And we'll tell you what he did. 3-2 again. It is inside, and practice makes perfect. Sanchez can toss the bat away and head to first. It's a walk. Revs have their first 2 on. June 29th in Lancaster. Feldman 1 2/3 innings, 13 runs. They were all earned. 9 hits, 7 walks, and an inning and 2/3. Here is Melky Mesa. Had a good night last night. Feldman the pitch. Swing, and he lines one to left. Falling, and it's in for a base hit. Sanford to third. Bases loaded. Nobody out. And Daddy Shark dumps one in front of Lou Ford coming in left. Little humpback line drive single. And the Revs have them loaded. And Wellington Dotel will get first crack at it. Mesa, who returned home last night after a tough series in West Virginia. He went 2 for 4 with a double and the Revs' only RBI. Adds another hit right away tonight. And here's Dotel, who's DHing, getting closer to playing outfield. First pitch slider bends through for a strike. He is hitting .351, Dotel is. Has a hit in back-to-back nights. Pitch to him, he swings and fouls it off, first base side. Carlos Castro has not had a day off in a long time. He is out of the lineup tonight. Dotel in the cleanup spot. Could see Castro pinch hit. The 0-2. Fastball, that misses high. Overhand delivery from Feldman, who's 6'4", 205, but pretty compact with the delivery. Now deals, and Dotel tries to check. Ball in the dirt outside. No appeal, even though Giardina wanted one. Feldman last time, a marked improvement from the game in Lancaster. No decision. The Ducks won 4-3. He went into the 6th. Did struggle with walks in that one, walking 6. 5 2/3. He deals. And a swing and a foul back. Dotel able to cover the slider and get a piece. Revs down 1-0, but a chance to answer in a significant way right out of the gates tonight. Two again. Curveball. It is a called third strike. Dotel thought it was up or in. Turned his shoulder, but using TrackMan tonight, Silvio Martinez was told to ring him up. 1 down. Jack Kenley will bat. Kenley hitting .323, a home run, 10 driven in. He's been red hot. First pitch, breaking ball, and it hooks in for a strike. Kenley held hitless last night. The previous 9 games, he was on a .444 clip. On the 0-1, swing and a miss, changeup. We've seen, I guess, 3 pitches from Feldman now. Fastball, breaking ball, change. Fiddles for the grip. He is set. And the 0-2. It's a backdoor slider and a called third strike. Back-to-back strikeouts looking. And all of a sudden, Feldman can see his way right out of this after the Revs had bases loaded, no outs. Even in games when they have scored what you would feel are enough runs here lately, the runners in scoring position hitting has not been great. And here is Encarnacion trying to bail them out. First pitch, breaking ball, that hovers across for a strike. And all of a sudden, Feldman can't miss. Oh, there's Catboy out there in right center. Time is asked for. That'll improve your mood at least. Right, Ray? Never mind. There's the 0-1, and it misses away. Encarnacion had 1 at bat last night. Came in when Harris left. Was held hitless his previous start, but prior to that was on a 10-game streak. 259 overall. Here's the pitch. Swings and pops it up foul, headed out of play on the first base side. So Feldman a strike away from somehow getting out of this first inning unharmed. Encarnacion is driven in 14 with York. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Feldman steps off. JC 0 for 4 with them loaded. There's the stretch and the pitch. And it's down and away, blocked by Giardina. JC with men in scoring position, 258. About the same as his overall mark. Down 1-0 here out of the gates tonight. Time asked for, Giardina got shaken up on that block. Silvio giving him some time to brush the plate. Told their AT over in the dugout that he's all right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Feldman with the pitch, or with the stretch rather. Now the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Got him on a slider in the dirt. Giardina blocks, steps on home, and the Revs, with bases loaded, no outs, strike out 3 times in a row. We're off to a flying start tonight. No runs, 2 hits, bases left loaded. Go to the second inning. It's 1-0 Long Island.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Head of the second, 1-0. Long Island leads. And Sal Giardina will lead it off for the Ducks. Back in their lineup last night. First pitch from Nicely is right there for a strike. He had missed 13 games with a lower body injury. Hitting .301, and he swings here, fouls it away. Switch hitter bats from the right. He's 4 for 11 with a double off lefties. And he's been problematic for York, 6 for 12 against York. Here's the pitch. Oh, it hit him. Tried to come in with a fastball and got him in the leg with Nicely ahead, 2 strikes. Well, that'll put him on as a leadoff base runner. Certainly not what he wanted to do. And Johnny Turbo coming up next. Formerly known as Darby Myers. First pitch from Nicely, it is taken low. Turbo hitting .273, 3 home runs. Against lefties, .368. Pitch, and a swing and a chopper to second. Kenley charges up, glove, shovels over to short, in time there. Sanchez sidestepping the slide of Giardina. And that's all that we're going to get with somebody named Turbo running down the line to first. 1 away, fielder's choice. Ben Farias, the hitter. First offering, he swings and he chops one the other way as well, but it is foul. Herrera at first, over to Glovett. Next to the coach's box, flips it to Hector Sanchez, who I've noticed likes to coach bases when he's not playing. Farias hitting .205, no home runs, 3 batted in. Stretch. Nicely to the plate. Fastball, it is over for a strike. Ducks tonight have all right-hand hitters or switch hitters. They are sitting Daniel Fields. Nicely checks, delivers, swing and a miss. Changeup gets him, and that's his first strikeout of the night. Comes back to get the next 2 after the leadoff hit by pitch. Nicely this year, he's held lefties to 178. Long Island stacking their lineup with right and switch here tonight. Righties have hit .307. Here is Breland Almadova, who's 4 for 16 in 6 games, former High Point Rocker. Nicely fires and is swinging a foul to the right edge of the screen. Late on that fastball at 90. One nothing, Ducks on top, second inning tonight. Herrera holds Turbo, who's got 10 steals, tied for 4th in the league. And the pitch, it is swung on, fouled off over the first base side roof. Last time out for Nicely, it was no earned runs, 4 unearned, all in the 6th inning. Lost 4-2 to Lancaster Monday. Had his 2-game winning streak snapped. Did take a 2-hit shutout into the 6th. On the 0-2, breaking ball inside. That almost clipped Almadova's jersey. It was the 3rd time in 5 starts that he has not allowed an earned run. 3-2 with a .245 in those 5. And time asked for right as he lifted the leg. Now the 1-2, it misses down and away.
You all right, man?
I'm better now.
All right.
I stopped taking the medicine Thursday, so maybe I should have kept it up.
Yeah, I don't need the Allegra today. My body's like, you sure about that, bud?
It's the 2-2, and that misses down low. It it did sound like an animal in my head.
Did it?
Well, what did you think it was?
I don't know. I just heard a cough, a resounding cough.
You didn't feel it, did you?
Well, luckily it was pointed towards Mike, so maybe he felt it.
Yeah, I was trying to protect you.
Much appreciated.
Turbo will go. Here's the payoff, and it is just inside. Man, nicely wanted that one. Ends up being ball 4, his first walk tonight. And it's first and second for Vladimir Frias back at the top of the order. Frias, who reached on the game-opening error, scored the unearned run in the first inning. Two on, 2 out. Pretty good speed on base. First pitch, he swings and he chops it toward third. It is foul. Wally Backman coaching down at third tonight with Lou Ford in the lineup. Now the 0-1. And a swing and a miss. He chased a fastball. Might have been in. 93. Now Austin is blessed with good velo from the left-hand side. Yeah, you can let it pop. He's ready. Here's the 0-2. Curveball grounded to third. Broken bat. Dundon's got it on a clean second hop. Takes it to the bag unassisted to end the inning. No runs, no hits. 2 men left after a hit batter and a walk. No damage done. 1-0 Long Island as we go to the bottom half of the second.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Ray Jensen here, and I'm joined by a diehard Rebs fan who's agreed to donate their time to talk the upcoming York Revolution season. Sir, what do you think of people who say Rebs fans are not the best fans in the world?
You're an idiot and you don't know baseball.
Ouch, but a fair comment. What would you say to all 120 York Revolution regular season games being broadcasted on radio?
Yeah.
Well, there's something we can all agree on. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, your home for the York Revolution.
Tee off this season on the best layout in Pennsylvania and experience Royal Manchester Golf Links, bringing you to the coast of the British Isles while never leaving your backyard. Our unique Pure Links layout in the rolling hills of York County gives golfers an experience like none other, featuring 18 pristine holes with picturesque views of the countryside and consistently ranked one of the top public courses in the state. Also offering outings and event bookings. Book your tee time today at 717-268-0490 or nab our online specials at royalmanchestergolflinks.com.
Your source for all of Friday night's action. Central PA Game Day with Steve Navaroli. Saturday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Still 1-0 Long Island as Josue Herrera will lead things off. Revs a big missed opportunity in the first inning and will look to get to work here in the second. First pitch to Herrera, nub back to the mound. Feldman gloves it, and he will jog toward first and an underhand flip. One pitch and one out here in the second inning. And Andrew Dundon coming up next. Revs are looking to tee off tonight, and you can too at Royal Manchester Golf Links. Play the best layout in PA on the area's only Pure Links course. Book online, royalmanchestergolflinks.com. First pitch to Dundon is in under his arms. Dundon hitting .217 with a home run and 13 batted in. The wind and the 1-0. Fastball, it is across at the knees for a strike. Hey Ray, what's this bug? Never mind, flew away. It's the 1-1, swing and a miss. Another breaking ball. A 1-2. And a slider bends outside. Lennon Rodriguez on deck. Feldman to the plate. And a swing and a foul tip. just got a piece. Feldman originally was acquired from River City of the Frontier League, September 2019. Had one regular season start. Came up big in relief in the championship series. Now deals, and it sinks down and in, 3-2. Is from Washington, Missouri, near St. Louis. Pitch to Dundon. He swings and he skies it in the air. Right center field. Almadova drifting back with it. Pretty deep in right center. Hit well, but makes the play for out number 2. On our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report tonight, James Harris, as you heard pregame, he is okay. He's got a cut. He got trampled. He got stomped on at second by Ryan Jackson last night. And has a cut on 2 different fingers that they had patched up. Stitches not required. Here is Lennon Rodriguez. He takes a first pitch strike. So they might sit him today and tomorrow, off day Monday, but fortunately it was not anything structural or anything like that. It's the 0-1, and it is off the plate away. Lennon 2 for 17. He's starting to swing it better, though. Has been really good defensively. Great throwing. 1-1. Swing, and he drives this one in the gap in right center field. It's in the alley. And this will go all the way back to the fence. Lennon's got 2. He's looking at it. He'll hit the brakes as the throw comes in. But he's got his first extra base hit with the Revs. Slams a double to the opposite field gap in right center. 3rd total hit. And Darian Sanford coming up. We'll try to get him around. Lennon, who's started 2 of the last 3, has hits in both. There's a lot he's doing really well right now. Now here's Sanford, who singled, stole second in the first inning. Corners come in. First pitch is in and off the glove of Giardina. Trickles back, and Rodriguez moves up to third on a pass ball. Now the Revs will get another runner 90 feet away. Left them loaded in the first. A lot of game left tonight. Sanford steal his 30th. And he swings and he lines one foul. It almost took out Lennon at third. He had to duck under that screamer. Now tied for second all-time in league history in steals is Sanford. That steal last inning. But here he's trying to get Rodriguez home with his bat. Here's the stretch. A 1-1 and a swing and a rip. And it's into right field, base hit. Rodriguez scores, and the Revs tie it at 1 with some 2-out noise here in the second inning. Darian Sanford 2 for 2, rips it past Farias, the first baseman, who again was playing up and again had it whiz right by him to the backhand side. That is also a big exhale, I think, for the entire team after leaving them loaded in the first inning. If you miss another opportunity, it's like, when's it going to happen? Here's Jan, and he looks at a fastball strike. Walked his first time up. Stretch, the pitch, and a swing and a rip up the middle, and that's a base hit into center. Sanford to second, he'll stop. And the inning continues, 3 straight. 2 out knocks as Sanchez rips it right back up the gut. And Malky Mesa will get a chance. He singled in the first inning. There is a small rumor circling that Malky might want to add in a second walk-up song at some point. First pitch is swung on and missed. Change from Feldman. I don't know. That might shake some people up.
Yeah, it's a fan favorite. Maybe just get a rotation going.
A rotation, yeah, exactly. It's the 0-1, and it is down and away. Appeal to first, did not swing.
Wouldn't be the first time. I think Telvin had like one for every different at-bat he had.
I think you're right. Feldman ready. And the 1-1, swinging a foul tip. Changeup had him lunging just a little bit. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I think some rap was discussed earlier today.
So a Baby Shark rap remix, right?
Yeah, that might have been it. Maybe.
All right.
It's the 1-2. And that's down in the dirt. There probably is one.
I am way out of the loop on this Catboy thing. Is there a Catboy song? Or no?
I don't know that.
Okay.
Sorry. The 2-2. And that misses away. Was that helpful?
No, but it's all right. It's just all these children's show characters typically have songs, so I figured why wouldn't Catboy?
PJ Masks itself has a song. I used to know the entire thing, but
I'm not familiar with that one. I think in my youth, I think I jumped from Blue's Clues straight to South Park, so I had a big leap, big leap.
They are both sort of cartoons.
Very different subject matter, but yeah, they are animated. Probably the only thing they have in common.
Now we have a visit. And Feldman may need looked at. It's a full count. So a big spot here, and before he throws this 3-2, he's in need of a visit. Didn't notice anything wrong with him, but Giardina did, and Darren Downs, pitching coach, out there as well. Silvio accompanied them initially to see what the reasoning for the visit was. They're still talking it over. Looks like he's going to try to stay in, but will throw at least one warm-up first. He gave a thumbs up. I'm not sure what that was, but Ducks do have two pitchers who are out already. Johnny Hellwig and upper body issue. Vin Mazzaro was a late scratch from his last start.
Pitching is at a premium in this league, regardless of injury or signing.
1-1 game. Revs with 5 hits now. 3-2 to Mesa. Runners will go. Pitch is swung on and missed. And after the visit, a 3-2 changeup. And Feldman with his 4th strikeout of the night. He has stranded 5 runners through 2 innings. Revs do tie it up with a 2-out rally. A run on 3 hits. 2 left. We'll go to the 3rd. 1-1 our score.
Spring is in the air, and Harvey's Rental can get you prepared for what's ahead. With the biggest selection of steel products on the market, Harvey's Rental will get you set for your next home project. From lawn and garden equipment, pressure washers, post hole diggers, and more, Harvey's Rental has it all. Have a special get-together or graduation coming up? Harvey's Rental has what you need to make your party memorable. Visit them in person at 1409 South George Street in York or online at harveysrental.com.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Was it? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Start the 3rd inning, 1-1 our score. Nicely's first pitch to Steve Lombardozzi is over for a strike. No activity for the Ducks in their pen, so Feldman will stay in there. The 0-1. And a swing and a line drive, center field. Sanford started back, now comes in, and he is there in left center. Puts it away for out number 1. We'll bring on LJ Mazzilli. First time tonight that Nicely has not had the first batter reach. And an error in the first that scored, a hit by a pitch in the second. First offering to Mazzilli, that misses high. He has a 17-game hitting streak entering play tonight. 368 on the streak. Pitch to him is grounded left side and a base hit. 18-gamer. Dundon at third dove to his left, but before he could hit the dirt, it was under him and by. So 1-out single. Ducks with their second hit. Revs have 5. And Lou Ford to the plate, hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Lou Ford, our K-man tonight. Nicely fires, swinging a tap foul back behind the plate. Austin 6'1" lefties, 26 years old, Grottoes, Virginia. When we were in High Point, he said his hometown was about halfway between York and there. It's the 0-1. Change-up line to left. Mesa in, dives, and he makes the play! Fires it all the way to first on one hop as Mazzilli has to hustle back. Melky is back. And he dives straight in and steals a hit off the grass in left. 2 down here in the 3rd inning. It was a diving attempt a few weeks back that actually led to the hamstring tweak, but he continues to pass every test. Here's Ryan Jackson. He breaks his bat, chips one on the ground to short. Jan charges, takes his time, throws to first, and got him. And nicely a quick third inning. Despite a one-out single allowed, he leaves a runner and gets a great play behind him in left. We go to the bottom of the third inning. 1-1 our score.
PeoplesBank is happy to sponsor the home of the York Revolution, PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving the community for more than 155 years, committed to helping their clients achieve their dreams and live confidently. That commitment continues at PeoplesBank Park with Revs games, concerts, events, youth sports, and much more. We're proud to partner of the York Revolution, and we look forward to seeing you at PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're your friends, family, and neighbors, and have been serving the community for over 90 years. Whether you need energy for your home or for your business, we've got you covered. We can help keep you comfortable with all your heating needs, from heating oil to propane, electricity to natural gas. And if something breaks, like your air conditioning or furnace, we have a team of HVAC experts ready to fix it, so you can stay comfortable all year long. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY.
Need an excavating contractor for your upcoming project? Get it done locally and get it done right with Barnes & Barnes Incorporated Excavating. Locally owned and in business since 2005, Barnes & Barnes Incorporated Excavating is a small excavating and landscaping business offering demolition, excavating, landscaping, foundations, concrete, sewer and water hookups, lot clearing, welding, fabrication, and more. Located in Windsor at 30 North Blacksmith Avenue, Barnes & Barnes will get the job done right. Call Scott to schedule your project at 717-515-3495. That's 515-3495. Or email him at barnesbarnesscottinc@gmail.com. That's barnesbarnesscottinc@gmail.com.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
(1-1). We head to the bottom half of the third inning. Feldman will stay in. Did have a big ice wrap on his elbow between innings. And the first pitch to Wellington Dotel is swung on and fouled straight back. Dotel, Kenley, Encarnacion here in the third. And these are the three that Feldman struck out in a row in the first inning, working out of a bases loaded spot. Pitch is inside, sinking in off the corner. And bases loaded, no outs, could not score. 3 consecutive strikeouts. The 1-1, and a swing and a foul against the netting. And in the second inning, with 2 outs and nobody on, the Revs rallied to produce a run. By the way, nicely that top of the third inning, even with a base runner, needed just 7 pitches. There's the wind, the 1-2, and a swing and a foul down against Dotel's foot, and that'll ricochet over toward Kenley, who's on deck. That'll give Wellington a moment. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for York. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Long Island. What is that?
I think it's supposed to be a cat.
Oh. But of course. It's the 1-2. Swinging a foul against the netting. Cat boy?
Maybe. I was been surrounded by cats everywhere today. And I turned on the television before I went into work. It was the episode of The Office where Sprinkles dies.
Oh. It's the pitch. And it misses down and away. 2-2. I hope that wasn't an omen of some sort.
I hope not. Well, I say die, but it was because Dwight stuffed the cat into the freezer.
Right. It's not a great idea. The 2-2, swing and a miss, fastball. And Feldman squats after that pitch. I don't think he's right. It's his 5th strikeout.
I saw him put a hand over his lower back, so I don't know if he pulled something on the delivery. It looked like you or I do after a long bus trip.
Yeah, no kidding. Saw Sarah walking around with a litter box today. There's Jack Kenley, and Feldman misses high with it. I didn't quite get the entire story on that, but...
She told me because it was funny. Just litter boxes.
Oh.
That was, yeah. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
There's a ball outside, 2-0.
I like the pun, like feline services in front of fan services. That was nice.
Going all out.
Mm-hmm.
Feldman the 2-0. Swing and a well-hit ball to deep right field. It is off the wall and in play. And Kenley on his way to second, in with a stand-up double. Hit the right field fence about halfway up on the fly. And he continues to drive it and rack up extra base hits. And he'll stand at second with 1 out on the double, the Revs' 6th hit of the night. That is his 13th hit in the last 11, and 6 of those have been extra bases. Here is Encarnacion. First offering, breaking ball, it's inside. JC a strikeout his first time. The lights partway on, some cloud cover here at the stadium, but very pleasant evening. 1-0. Swing and a little nubbing ground ball to short. Jackson charging. Frias cuts in front and does not have a play. He holds it, looks over at third. Kenley will stay right by the bag. It's an infield hit for Encarnacion, and it's first and third for Josue Herrera. Sometimes you have to hit him in the right spot, and the left side of the Ducks defense had no chance with Encarnacion running down the line.
He's got such a long stride, and he might be well attuned to maybe accumulating some more infield hits, and he can hit for power. We've seen it already, but with that long stride, an infield hit could get him on base just as frequently.
Now here's Herrera, first and third, 1 out. First offering, he swings and he lines a base hit to right. Kenley in to score. Encarnacion up to second. Ball rolls free all the way to third base. And Herrera jumps on the first pitch, drives in his 5th with York, and the Revs lead it 2-1. Who picked that RBI guy tonight?
No idea.
Herrera has swung first pitch both times, and this time comes through with the RBI knock. 3 hits in a row for the second straight inning. And the Revs now with 7 total here in the first 3 innings tonight. A modest 2-1 lead. And here's Dundon, who whacks one toward the big wall and left. It'll one-hop it. Encarnacion around third to score. Throw to second is offline, and Dundon will bust it to second and dive in. Herrera to third. It's a single, a throwing error, an RBI for Dundon, and it's 3-1 York on the Revs' 4th consecutive hit. 3 of the 4 have been hit hard, and Dundon some top spin on that one. It one-hopped the wall, but well struck against the boards in left. He has hit it hard both times tonight, in fact. Throwing error on Lou Ford, allowing him to take second. And here is Lennon Rodriguez, who ignited the rally last inning. First pitch, he swings and lines one toward the line in left field. That's going to drop, and 2 runs will score. Rodriguez takes his turn. He'll stop with a single, drives in 2, and the Revs lead it 5-1 here in the third. Lennon Rodriguez, 2 for 2. He drives in his first 2 runs with York. Got it down toward the end of the bat, but lands it in left, over toward the line, and both runs come in. 5 consecutive hits after the strikeout to start the inning. Revs with 10 hits now. The first 3 innings, Darren Downs will make a mound visit. And they do have some bullpen activity early tonight. Lennon with his first multi-hit game with the Revs, his first 2 RBIs. 4-run inning, and here's Sanford back at the top. He's 2 for 2.
And Darryl Rodriguez, Dundon, and Herrera all doing something that the Ducks did a lot of last night, and that's jumping on the first pitch.
Sanford 2 for 2. RBI, steal. First pitch is a little high. And he has hit his knocks in the same spot. Ripped him right past Farias at first base, who is holding Lennon Rodriguez currently. And, oh, there goes Lennon, and he slipped, and Sanford bunts at it, and bunts it foul. They throw to first in case it was out in play, and they call Sanford out. Lennon stands at second, and Polo wants to know what the deal is here. I thought he bunted it foul the way they called it. Didn't Silvio put his hands up? And Polo coming in to get an explanation, and now Mace and Sandy are too. Well, the umpire by second, Calvin Baker, put his hands up. I can see that on the replay, as if it was a foul ball. Boy, they have a knack, don't they?
Oh boy.
Trying to figure out what the end result of this is going to be. Still don't know. Are they going to signal anything? I guess Sanford's out. So evidently he bunted it in front of the plate, even though at least one of the umpires put his hands up like it was foul. Once again, bravo. Lennon at second with 2 outs. It'll go as a sac bunt for Sanford. Lennon had quite the jump, didn't he?
He did.
But he almost bit it, running to second. Here's Sanchez, and a first pitch fastball misses away.
I'm just happy he did not have to go all the way back to first at least, even though an extra out was put on the board.
So 2 down. Jan a walk and a single tonight. It's the 1-0. And stands and takes all the way. It's over for a strike. Confusion once again abound. It's the 1-1. And a slider that bends across for a strike. Feldman is at 71 pitches here in the third inning tonight. And now deals, and a swing at a high fly ball, right field. Turbo back a couple steps waiting on it, inching toward the line, and he will squeeze to end the inning, but a fantastic inning it was. Revs score 4 times, 5 hits, 1 error, And one man left. We'll go to the fourth. Ray with the play-by-play. The Revs with a 5-1 lead.
I'm here with Kevin Smith from Smith Wealth Advisory Group of Janney Montgomery Scott, who was recently named by Forbes and the Financial Times as one of the best financial advisors not only in the state, but also in the country. Kevin, explain the meaning of your group's tagline, a wealth of knowledge about wealth.
We've built our reputation as one of the premier wealth advisors in the country for many reasons, not the least of which is our vast expertise about wealth in all its meanings and forms. Although traditionally wealth is viewed in a monetary context with all the challenges that entails, which we're fully equipped to address, true wealth has little to do with money. To me, being wealthy is more a state of mind centered upon happiness and contentment. It's memories and experiences with friends, family, and those you love. It's finding meaning and purpose, pursuing passions, chasing dreams, and embracing life for all it has to offer. That's the type of wealth our clients long for and that we help them achieve.
You've noted that your group is guided by a quote by Henry David Thoreau, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. Tell me more about that.
It's so true. Being wealthy is really about experiencing the richness of life itself. When you think about it, it's not ultimately money that matters, but what money can do. We help our clients educate their children and grandchildren so that they can have promising futures. We help them retire comfortably, support worthwhile causes, and endow meaningful legacies. We help them age with dignity and so much more.
For all your financial planning, investment, and wealth management needs, contact Smith Wealth Advisory Group at 779-2769 or at smithwealthadvisory.com. Smith Wealth Advisory Group, helping you fully experience life. Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
On to the fourth here at PeoplesBank Park. Ray Jensen here with you on this pleasant Saturday evening. In the play-by-play the next three innings, it's a 5-1 Revs lead as the Revs put up 4 runs on 5 hits, 5 straight hits with 1 out back in the third. First pitch to Giardino from Nicely. Tried to field by Nicely as he goes off the mound to scamper over to Herrera at first. Not in time as he got the relay to Herrera, but Sal Giardina had already advanced to first safely before a throw can be completed. Be an infield hit for Giardina. It's the second time he's got on tonight. First time was a hit by pitch in the second. So for the third time in the 4 innings tonight, the Ducks have got their leadoff man aboard. The first time they've done so off an infield hit. Brings up Johnny Turbo of 1 on and no 1 out. Nicely set, lifts the leg, first pitch. Just slowing in for a ball, 1-0 the count to start. Turbo reached on a fielder's choice and then was put down in a fielder's choice later on for the final out in the inning. Swung on by Turbo, line drive over Nicely on the mound and heads in the shallow center for a base hit. Back-to-back base hits, the infield hit from Sal Giardina, he moves to second as Turbo moves in there on a hit to shallow center. His 34th hit of the season. And he's on at first. Giardina moves to second. Still no 1 out here in the fourth. Revs lead 5-1. Runners aboard of no 1 out for Ben Farias. Farias over 1 with a strikeout for the second out back in the second. And Farias has had a tough go of it at first base. He's been kind of playing more towards the corner, and he's gotten burned a couple of times on balls smoked just past his glove. First pitch to Nicely, swung on and missed by Farias for strike 1, 0-1 the count. Farias settles in, bat waving back and forth above the shoulders, the 0-1. Dips low and in from Nicely for ball 1, ball and a strike for Farias. First time we're seeing him in this series. He's trying to break a 4-game hitless streak. Last time we saw him at PeoplesBank Park back in June, 2 for 5 with a double. Ball and a strike to count as Nicely, a couple look backs to second of Giardina. Next pitch, slowing in again, this time ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now for Farias. Farias making his pro debut with the Ducks this year. His first professional hit and RBIs came in the 9th inning back on June 6th at Southern Maryland. previous experience playing the Long Island Black Sox, a local amateur team. 2-1. It's inside ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Beautiful crowd on hand here at PeoplesBank Park this Saturday. Good lead for them, too. It's 5-1 York. Lead by 4. 3-1 the count for Farias. Runners at first and second, and Turbo and Giardina respectively after back-to-back hits. 3-1 from Nicely. Dips in the dirt, ball 4, and the bases will be loaded of ducks. Farias takes first on the walk as Turbo moves over to second. Giardina ditto to third. So runners occupying all bases. Farias at first, Turbo second, Giardina third. Still no one out for Breland Almadova. Already reached on a walk and reached the second on a fielder's choice later in the second inning, but was stranded at second. Former High Point rocker steps in to face Nicely. Nicely set, lowers. Nods at the signal from Rodriguez in the first pitch. This is inside for ball 1, 1-0 the count. That's the 6th straight miss from Nicely after getting Farias ready to swing and miss at first pitch facing him. On the 1-0, swung on by Almadova, driving towards right center field, and that will drop in front of Sanford for a hit, and at least 1 run will come in. As Giardina heads from third base, he will score, and it's a 5-2 Revs lead. Everyone moves over 1 as Giardina takes home plate to score the second run of the Ducks' night. Everyone else moves over 1. Turbo moves to third, Farias to second, Almadova at first of an RBI base hit. Trying not to make it too much of a revolving door here in the 4th. Base is still loaded, still no one out, as back to the top of the order of Vladimir Frias. Over 2, reached on an error and scored a run in the first, and reached on a fielder's choice in the second. Nicely nods, first pitch, swung on by Frias, ground ball to third, and that is a fair ball up the third baseline in the left. Couple runs will come in as Turbo scores, as is Farias. Moving over to third will be Almadova, and Vladimir Frias will take second on a 2-run double. And in the blink of an eye, what was a 5-1 lead entering the 4th inning has now become a 5-4 lead, and the Ducks are within 1. Second and third RBIs for Frias on the year to score Turbo and Farias. He stands at second as he moves Almadova to third. Now still no one out. Runners at third and second for Steve Lombardozzi. Base hit in the first, fly out the center in the third. First pitch swung on by Lombardozzi, hit foul for first base side. No play to be had as it heads towards the stands. 0-1 the count. So a base hit, walk, base hit, and a double have done the damage thus far. Scoring 3 runs here in the 4th for the Ducks. 5-4 Revs lead. 0-1 the count to Lombardozzi as Nicely fires. The 0-1 swung on by Lombardozzi, foul, first base side again. Count no balls and 2 strikes. Well, the Ducks' bats have certainly heated up quickly. After being held to 2 hits in the first 3, they've collected 4 in this 4th inning. Nicely lowers the glove below the waist, lifts the right leg and fires. 0-2. A little high for ball 2. Ball 2 strikes. Now the count for Lombardozzi, the Major League veteran. Also a veteran to the Atlantic League, played of Southern Maryland back in 2016, had his contract purchased by the Nats that June. And later the next year, he got promoted to the major leagues with the Marlins organization. That's the 1-2. Swung on Lombardozzi, shot to left center field. Sanford heading back towards the wall, puts the glove up, puts it away for the first out of the inning, but tagging up from third and heading towards home is Almadova, and he will reach there safely. It's an RBI sac fly for Steve Lombardozzi, and it's a 5-5 ball game. Out-recorded, but it is productive. Almodovar scores the 4th run of the inning for Long Island. It's now 5-5, brand new ball game. Moving over to third is Frias. 1 out on the board, runner at third and Frias. Now L.J. Mazzilli at the plate, who continued a massive hitting streak just an inning ago. Now it's hitting 18 straight as the first pitch from Nicely swung on by Mazzilli, tracking towards right center. And Sanford of a diving catch. Did he make the play? Yes, he did! Darian Sanford of a diving catch in right center field, but unfortunately, the game is now in the favor of the Ducks. Brilliant play, but it's an RBI sac fly again, and Frias comes home. It's now 6-5 Long Island. Bit of a somber note of what was an otherwise excellent play from Sanford out in center field. He's had a great night so far. But Frias crosses home plate for the 5th run of the Ducks, 4th, and it's 6-5 Long Island. 2 outs on the board now for Lou Ford, bases empty. Fielder's choice in the flyout. First pitch from Nicely, upstairs for ball 1, 1-0 the count. Next offering, it's upstairs for a ball. 2 balls in the strike, pardon me. Next offering, outside for ball 3. Manual scoreboard says 3 balls, no strikes. Facias say 3 balls and a strike. And we're all evened up now. We're all on the same page. 3-1 the count it is. Next offering, swung on by Ford and hit foul first base side, moves the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ford of a bit of a reprieve out of the batter's box, readjusts, and now back into the two-tone bat. Nicely shakes off the first sign, agrees to the second from Rodriguez. The payoff pitch, swung on by Ford, lined right to the awaiting glove of Dundon, who takes a knee, and the side is retired. But not until 5 runs come in for the Ducks here in the 4th, and it's a 6-5 Long Island lead. Heading to the bottom of the 4th, Revs have some work to do, trail 6-5.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal opportunity lender.
Hey Revs fans, now's your chance to win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy. This season, during every home game at PeoplesBank Park, it's the all-new Shipley Energy Grand Slam inning. Each game, 1 inning will be designated, and 1 name will be selected as the contestant. If the Revs hit a Grand Slam that inning, you could win $5,000. To enter, stop by Fan Services and fill out your form, or enter via the York Revolution app or YorkRevolution.com. Sign up today and win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy this season.
Belle, the Beast, and the enchanted world of Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Playing at the Dutch Apple Dinner Theater June 3rd through July 31st.
There goes the baker with his tray.
It's the classic tale you love when Belle meets the Beast, a young prince trapped under a spell with time running out for the curse to be broken. A show for the entire family. Call Dutch Apple Dinner Theater today at 717-898-1900 or visit DutchApple.com.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Well, after entering the top of the 4th with a 5-1 lead, the Long Island Ducks plated 5 runs of their own in the 4th to make a 6-5 Ducks lead in the bottom of the 4th. Just the Revs with the work to do at the plate. Due up for York here in this bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Melky Mesa to lead things off, followed by Wellington Dotel and Jack Kenley, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters of their order, to face an old friend and Francisco Grayski, who's now on the mound for the Ducks. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Brendan Feldman, after 3 innings, is done. 3 innings, 10 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, 73 pitches, 47 for strikes as he gives way to Grayski. First season with the Ducks, his second in the Atlantic League as he spent a year in York. Former Toronto Blue Jays farmhand. Spent time in their organization between 2012 and 2015. Last time out for him was on July 8th. 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit. No runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. 13 pitches, 7 for strikes. And in steps Melky Mesa. Mesa 1 for 2 with a base hit and a strikeout. Collected his base hit. Was 1 of 2 hit by the Rebs in the first inning. All with no outs as Darian Sanford led off the bottom of the first of a hit. Sanchez followed with a walk. And Mesa followed suit of his base hit. First pitch, down and in as Mesa scoots back the back foot. Ball 1, 1 on the count. Melky last night hitting his 11th double of the season. He's now 4th in the Atlantic League, entering play tonight in doubles. The 1-0. It's upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Outside of York, Grayski also experienced in the Can-Am League and the American Association. Playing for a couple of teams in each of those leagues. New Jersey and Ottawa in the Can-Am, and the American Association, Kansas City and Fargo-Moorhead. 2-0. That dips inside ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes for Mesa. And at the Blue Jays, Grayski reaching as far as single A. Now the 3-0. That catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike the count now for Mesa. The full line on Grayski, 1-1 the record of a 1.80 ERA, making his 4th appearance on the year for the Ducks. Only 1 earned run in 5 innings of work, 3 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. 3-1. That'll miss, ball 4, and Mesa walks to lead off the 4th. So the tying run for York already aboard. Leadoff walk worked by Melky. He takes first base. As the Rebs trail 6-5 here in the bottom of the 4th, out hitting Long Island by 4, 10-6. But leadoff man and tying run aboard at first in Melky Mesa. Now Wellington Dotel at the plate. Could not figure out Brendan Feldman as he went 0 for 2 of 2 strikeouts. But let's see if he fares better against lefty and old friend Francisco Grayski. First pitch, swung on by Dotel, driven to center field. Going back is Almadova, now circles out to his right, settles under it, and he'll put it away for out number 1. Dotel gave that one a ride, but just got under it and retired in the air in a fly ball to Almadova for out number 1. One out, one on, with Mesa still at first, the leadoff walk, and it brings up Jack Kenley, who is swinging a hot bat as of late. Strikeout in the first, but then they double and a run scored in the big 3rd for York. Lefty Grayski set, half turn, and now fires the first pitch, a little high on the fellow lefty Kenley for ball 1, 1-0 the count. Former Detroit Tigers farmhand ready again for the 1-0. Grayski the next pitch. It's a strike in the inside part of the plate. Ball and a strike now for Kenley. Kenley collecting his 5th double of the year back in the 3rd. 5 doubles now, 2 triples, and a home run. Grayski set, the 1-1. Up and away for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike for Kenley, who that home run, he hit it in almost the same spot. He hit his double in the 3rd. His double really just missing on his 2nd home run of the year. He smacked his first home run as a Rev off the side of the clubhouse and right over the July 4th homestand. 2-1. Swung on by Kenley, lifted to left field. Looks playable for Ford. The veteran comes in a couple of steps, now side to his right, and he puts it away for out number 2. Leadoff walk for Mesa still stands at first of it, but then 2 flyouts afterwards from Dotel and Kenley respectively puts 2 outs on the board and leaves things to JC Encarnacion to try to keep it alive for York. JC a strikeout in the first, but then a base hit, an infield hit in the third, and a run scored. Scored on Andrew Dundon's base hit. Ready to face Grayski for the first time as the lefty. Set at the waist, now fires the first pitch. A little low near the dirt for ball 1 to start JC 1-0. Encarnacion with that infield hit in the third broke up the previous 0-for-5 streak span across 2 games and tonight. 1-0. Swung on by Encarnacion, fouled at the plate. Ball to strike and moves up for the former Braves and Orioles farmhand. A tough day for the Braves, in fact, as Ronald Acuna Jr. was carted off the field during their game today. And that's the last thing the Braves need as they're trying to make some noise in the NL East that has been not as hot as you would have expected heading into the 2021 season. Meanwhile, the 1-1 catches the zone for strike 2, and it's ball 2 strikes the count for Encarnacion. As I've just been showered of mayonnaise and ketchup packets. Thank you, Daryl. An unexpected gift. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Next offering, swung on and missed by Encarnacion. He's down on strikes for the final out here in the bottom of the 4th. A leadoff walk from Mesa, but nothing else for York in the 4th, and they still trail Long Island 6-5 as we head to the 5th inning.
Pennsylvanians are creating their own soundtrack thanks to PA Lottery Scratch-Off's Excitement's back. Pennies, nickels, dimes, or quarters, no matter your choice, scratching's always in order. With big top prizes and second chance drawings, thrills await. They're out there calling if it's excitement you seek and you're looking for action, play the PA Lottery. And keep on scratching. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The York County Solid Waste Authority turns up the heat every day. On your garbage, that is. Advanced waste-to-energy technology is used to burn garbage at 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit in environmentally controlled combustion units. This reduces air emissions and produces electricity, enough to power 20,000 homes every minute of every day. Visit www.ycswa.com to learn more. In York County, garbage is power.
Shadowfax is committed to helping people with intellectual disabilities live an everyday life in their home and community. Currently, Shadowfax is seeking applicants of a passion for making a difference, one person at a time. Open positions include Residential Direct Support Professional, LPN, Day Services Community Participation Support, Residential Scheduler, Training Manager, and more. Shadowfax offers comprehensive benefits packages and a $1,000 sign-on bonus for most positions if hired before August 1st. For a full list of open positions and pay rates, visit shadowfax.org. Shadowfax, building relationships, creating possibilities. Shadowfax is an equal opportunity employer.
New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
First pitch to leadoff batter Ryan Jackson of the Ducks fouled off the netting to start the shortstop 0-1. Ray Jensen back with you on the play-by-plays. We're in the 5th inning here at PeoplesBank Park. I'm trying to corral all my papers from flying everywhere. 0-1 the count. Next pitch from Nicely near the dirt for ball 1. Ball and a strike. Last half inning, the Rebs were kept in check. Just a leadoff walk from Melky Mesa, but nothing else as Francisco Grashevsky kept York in check. As the 1-1 from Nicely swung on by Jackson. Ground ball to second. Scooped up Kenley. Chest level. Throw to Herrera at first. In time to retire Jackson for out number 1. 1 out, no one on here in the 5th to start things for the Ducks, and it was a rough inning for Nicely back in the 4th as the Ducks collected 4 hits before an out was recorded. 3 base hits and a double, to be exact. A walk also included in that barrage. They kept scoring runs even when outs were recorded. Back-to-back RBI sac flies followed those 5 straight consecutive batters to reach. It's now the first pitch from Nicely to Sal Giardina, who started the barrage in the 4th, in there for strike 1. Next pitch, 0-1. Away and tad high for ball one. Ball and a strike now for Giardina. Nicely, lifting the right leg, fires. Giardina smokes this one foul though, first base side. Ball and 2 strikes now for Giardina. Still sporting the mustache. Straight out of Deadwood or Red Dead Redemption, you pick your Western story. The 1-2. Tips low, ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. One of those is a TV series, the other a video game, but I think I can count the original Western stories in the past 10 years on one hand. The 2-2. Swung on by Giardina, ground ball, escapes the glove of Dundon, and Sanchez couldn't get a backhand try to go. It rolls into left field. Be a base hit for Giardina, his second hit tonight, and he's on for the 3rd time in as many plate appearances. Got hit by a pitch in the 2nd, base hit and scored a run in the 4th, now a base hit with 1 out in the 5th. So he continues to be a pest for the Revs here in 2021. On at first of 1 out, Johnny Turbo now at the plate. First pitch to Turbo, looks at it, low, ball 1, 1-0 the count. Turbo hit into a fielder's choice in the 2nd. And the 4th collected a base hit and later scored on the double from Vladimir Frias. 1-0 from Nicely, swung on by Turbo, lifted towards shallow right field, charging in Encarnacion, settles under it, puts it away, and that's out number 2. Turbo getting under a pitch from Nicely and skying it to Encarnacion's glove and right. 2 down here in the 5th. Still the runner at first in Giardina. Brings up Ben Farias. Farias a strikeout in the 2nd, and a walk and a run scored in the 4th. The other run to come in that 2-run double from Vladimir Frias. It's the first-year pro ready to face Nicely again. First pitch to Farias, swung on and missed for strike 1, and that's how the at-bat started in the 4th. And then Farias swung and missed at strike 1, and then 4 straight misses sent him to first base. The 0-1 from Nicely. That dips in near the dirt, ball 1. Ball and a strike for Farias. Farias from the Bronx, so I'd imagine he's a Yankees fan. Been a rough year for the Bronx Bombers. 1-1. Swung on by Farias, ground ball to 3rd, scooped up by Dundon, throw to 2nd in time as Kenley puts the foot on the bag, and the inning-ending force is completed. So a base hit from Giardina, but nothing else for the Ducks in the 5th, and they're kicked off the board for the first time since their big 4th. We head to the bottom of the 5th here at PeoplesBank Park, still a 6-5 Long Island lead.
Suffering from chronic pain, anxiety, or insomnia? CBD Supply MD York has the solution for you. Natural alternatives to pain relief while combating high prescription prices and deductibles. Our products are high quality, organic, and third-party tested. Family owned and operated, CBD Supply MD York is community and family oriented and the most trusted source and supplier of the highest quality Delta 8 and CBD products, including oils, ointments, vapes, gummies, and pet treats. Call us at 817-1097. That's 817-1097. Or stop in and see us at 3923 East Market Street in York. CBD Supply MD York. Your quality CBD supply in York.
Get ready to crush your goals. Join Crunch Fitness now for $1 and memberships starting at $10.99 a month. At Crunch, you get more of what you want. You can run, you can lift, you can train, you can jump, squat, lunge, dance, and hit it with us. And at Crunch, an obsession with so fresh and so clean means you can feel confident getting a safe workout. Join Crunch today and get 1 month free. Use code RADIO to claim your free month at crunch.com. That's the code RADIO at checkout to get 1 free month at crunch.com.
Come see why Jack GM Volvo has been York County's trusted new and used car dealer for over 50 years. In need of service for your vehicle? Get a free PA state inspection when you mention promo code REVS Baseball. 9 brands and 4 convenient locations. For more information and details, visit gmvolvo.com.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
One out base hit from Sal Giardina, but nothing else for the Ducks in their fifth, as we're now in the home half of the fifth inning here at PeoplesBank Park. Ray Jensen here with you on the play-by-play. It's a 6-5 Ducks lead, though, so the Revs still have some work to do at the plate tonight and due up for York in their fifth inning. The Josue Herrera, Andrew Dundon, and Lenin Rodriguez, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters of their order. Old friend Francisco Grachewski still on the mound. He has gone as many as 3 innings so far for the Ducks. Earlier in the season, did that at home against Southern Maryland. This is the first time he's appeared in a road game for the Ducks. All 3 of his previous appearances were in Long Island. 3 innings of relief, allowing just 1 earned run. First pitch to Josue Herrera. It's spiked in the dirt and caroms off of Giardina. But no one on base, so it's just a ball and nothing more damaging. 1 ball, no strikes. For Josue Herrera, RBI base hit and a run scored in the third and a ground out back in the second. One-0. Dips low ball. Oh, and pardon me. Trackman gets me again. Called strike 1. It's a ball and a strike now for Herrera, who has tried to outdo Jack Kenley's home run off the clubhouse on last Saturday. His on July 4th touched the clubhouse roof. The 1-1. Swung on by Herrera, and it's a liner over Grachewski and into shallow center for a hit. Herrera 2 base hits tonight. His bat continues to be productive for York, and the leadoff man aboard for the second time as many innings. Melky Mesa worked a leadoff walk in the 4th, and Darian Sanford led off the first of a base hit. But so far, none of those leadoff men advancing the first base has produced anything in those particular innings, as the first pitch to Andrew Dundon misses outside for ball 1. Revs, their big inning was the 4th, 4 runs on 5 hits. They did produce 1 run in the second on 3 hits. Grachewski, the signs from Giardina, now the 1-0. That dips in, a little low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes for Andrew Dundon. Collected his own hit in the third and reached second on an error. Lou Ford out in left field. 2-0 the count. Daryl and I are very gassy tonight, folks. So you'll have to excuse us. The 2-0. That's called. Oh. That was ball 3. Silvio Martinez popped up, and I expected the hand to be raised, but nope. 3-0. The man is a mystery. The 3-0 from Grachewski. That misses low, ball 4. No doubt about that one. And it's a walk worked by Dundon. And now runners at first and second as Herrera moves over to second base off of Dundon's walk. No one out here in the bottom of the 5th. The tying and go-ahead runs are on the bases. Herrera, the tying run at second. Dundon, the go-ahead run at first. And Lenin Rodriguez, who has been hot as they can come. 2 for 2 tonight. Double and a run scored in the second. A 2-run base hit in the third. First time facing Grachewski, though, Rodriguez. His double and single came off of Feldman, the starter for the Ducks tonight. The first pitch from Grachewski misses low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Feldman tonight, 3 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, 10 hits, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Grachewski leans in for signs from Giardina, has them. Looks to second to Herrera, now delivers towards the plate, the 1-0 in there for a strike. Ball and a strike to count for Rodriguez. Nicely lined so far through 5. 5 innings, 5 earned runs, 6 total runs, 7 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Grachewski lifts the leg, then turns to stare back Herrera to second. No throw as no one snuck up behind Herrera. Kind of skipped on back to second and little half turn to look at Grachewski. The 1-1 meanwhile towards the plate. Upstairs ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now for Rodriguez. Rodriguez in his 6th pro season was signed by York back in June 16th to be exact. Spent his first 4 pro seasons in the Phillies organization. Was with Aberdeen in the Orioles system in 2019. 2-1, swung on by Rodriguez, hit foul first base side, well out of play. Gives the count to 2-2. Did get some playing time in before coming to York in mid-June as he played a couple games in the Empire League. Certainly not the first time this year we've seen an Empire League player make the leap to the Atlantic League. Tyler Hill, another one. Two the count for Lenine. Waits the next offering from Grashevsky, who obliges. Rodriguez fouls it off above us. And either went into the 1741 club or onto the roof, but regardless, out of here. Ducks have bullpen activity as last night's winning pitcher, Brady Dragmeyer, is warming up in their bullpen. His win last night is 4th of the season. He's got 4 wins on the year, all in relief. But Grashevsky, meanwhile, on the mound as he circles the ball in his left hand, now takes his stance after getting the signs from Giardina. Look the second, now look towards the plate, the delivery, the 2-2. This is low, ball 3, and Rodriguez works it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count for Rodriguez, a deep count for him. No one out, runners at first and second, Revs trail by just 1, 6-5 here in the bottom of the 5th. Grashevsky turns the head to second, now the 3-2. Swung on by Rodriguez and fouled towards the Ducks dugout. It's now remaining a full count. Do it again. Rodriguez has battled. The next pitch from Grashevsky will be the 8th of the battle. Payoff pitch once more, swung on by Rodriguez, a drive to left field, but it looks playable for Ford. Ford stopping just short of his counterpart in center, Almadova, and he'll put it away for out number 1. Rodriguez saw something he liked from Grashevsky as he let something a little bit over the plate. Launched it, but Ford was there to put it away. Now here comes Wally Backman out of the Ducks dugout, meeting with plate ump Silvio Martinez. Infield coming in for the Ducks. It's going to be a change of some kind. As we mentioned, Brady Dragmeyer was warming up in their bullpen. But someone has grabbed a glove out of the Ducks dugout and is coming in. Be two-way player Clint Freeman. I think the move is Grashevsky out, and Freeman's coming in. Elsewhere, looks like Dragmeyer is indeed coming from the Ducks bullpen. So the question is, who's coming to the mound? Will it be Freeman or will it be Dragmeyer? Well, it looks like Freeman's heading the first, at least tracking that way. And it will be Dragmeyer on the mound for the Ducks. That is indeed the move. So Dragmeyer will take the mound for the Ducks. We'll look at the rest of the defensive changes and bring you the full story after this break on the Revs Radio Network.
Hey, psst. Yeah, you. You want to buy some low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me. Everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
Planting a tree, putting in a mailbox, whatever your project, Columbia Gas reminds you to be safe and call 811 before you dig and know what's below. Safe digging is no accident. Call 811 at least 3 business days before you start your digging project, and your utility companies will come out to mark any underground lines near your work area. Calling 811 is free for Pennsylvania homeowners, and it's the law. For more information, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Listen live and on demand with the new WOYK app and online at 989WOYK.com.
Back in the bottom of the fifth here at PeoplesBank Park. First pitch from Brady Dragmeyer. Look out, Darian Sanford, as he spins away from the first offering from the righty. Misses in for ball one, 1-0 count. So we have the full story. It's a double switch for the Ducks as Ben Farias is out. He's replaced at first base by Clint Freeman. Freeman will take Mazzilli's spot in the order, or was the pitcher's spot actually, batting third. The pitcher moves down to Farias' spot. 1-0. And misses ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. So Freeman at first. And on the mound, Brady Dragmeyer. This is on the first 2 offerings to Darian Sanford, and it's 2-0 the count for the Revs center fielder. Next pitch, 2-0. Swung on by Darian, hit towards the third base side, picked up by Frias. They will call it a foul ball. Trickled foul at the last possible second. Ducks have a break there as Sanford would have easily reached first on it had it been called fair. 2-1 the count for Darian. Full story on Dragmeyer. 4-0 the record, 2.16 ERA, making his 13th appearance of the year. Has a hold and a blown save. 4 earned runs in 16 2/3 innings. 1 walk to 11 strikeouts. Dragmeyer, a couple looks back to second, now towards the plate, the 2-1. Swung on and missed by Sanford for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the count, 1 out on the board. Runners at first and second as Josue Herrera got a leadoff base hit, then Andrew Dundon followed with a walk to make it runners at first and second with no one out. Rodriguez just missed on a hit to left that was claimed by Lou Ford for out number 1. Then the double switch, and now the 2-2 to Sanford. Swung on and fouled back over the netting towards the seating bowl area. Looks like it might have been stuck in the sweet level. Maybe a tad lower. 2 balls, 2 strikes remains for Sanford, who's had a big night. A couple of base hits, a stolen base to move him to second, tied for second all-time in Atlantic League career stolen bases with Rolando Avila. Stolen base number 231 back in the first tonight. 2-2. Swung on by Sanford, just taps it foul. Chartina had no idea where it went. He kind of spun around a couple times as he lifted the mask up. It's like, oh, there it is. I almost asked Martinez, bro, where'd it go? But behind him is where it went. 2-2 it remains for Sanford. Revs trail by 1, 6-5. A 5-1 lead into the fourth, but then Long Island plated 5 runs in that 4th inning to make it 6-5. Revs out hitting the Ducks 11-7, but Long Island outscoring York so far 6-5. The 2-2. Swung on by Sanford, lifts it towards right field. Turbo coming in. Has to giddy up a little bit, will then put it away for out number 2. Two outs, 2 on. Just a 1-run deficit. We'll see what Jan Sanchez can do at the plate. 4th trip for him. Walk, a base hit, and a flyout his last 3 times up. Those were all against starter Brendan Feldman. First time facing Dragmeyer tonight. Dragmeyer in the game last night against York. Inning and 2/3 scoreless relief. 3 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. 18 pitches, 12 for strikes. Sanchez is ready. Open stance from the right side. His fellow righty Dragmeyer, first offering, swung on and missed by Sanchez for a strike. 0-1 the count to start Jan. Jan 0 for 3 last night for walk, but got his base hit. Collected that in the second. Been a common sight watching Sanchez at the plate is the 0-1. Misses in for ball, 1 ball and a strike. Of course, started his Reb's career, hitting safely in his first 11. Including that stretch was a walk-off single June 19th against Lexington. On the 1-1. Dips low into the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now for Jan. Who's had a lot of poor luck in the field with a lot of errors on his record, but his bat really good. He's just really the only thing he has yet to figure out is defense, and once he settles that, he will be a truly formidable player. Two-1. This is upstairs slightly for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Runners at first and second in Herrera and Dundon, respectively. 2 outs. And the Rebs just need 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. 6-5 Ducks lead. 3-1. That's outside. Ball 4. Sanchez took a little bit to make sure. It is indeed the 4th miss, and he will take first base. 2-out walk from Sanchez. The second walk of the inning issued by Ducks pitching. And it's just the second walk issued by Dragmeyer all year. The other was from Grishewski to Dundon. Now Sanchez at first, Herrera over at third, Dundon second. 2 outs on the board, and Melky Mesa at the plate. Melky base hit, strikeout, walk so far. Dragmeyer ready, Giardina takes the stance, first pitch, swung on and missed by Mesa, looking to lift. 0-1 the count to start Melky. Well, you figure maybe if he gets a big moment here, maybe he'll keep Baby Shark for a little bit. And we'll see how it results. 0-1 the count to start after the first swing and miss. Dragmeyer set, first leg, fires the 0-1, that's away near the dirt for ball. Ball 1, ball and a strike for Melky now. 2 for 4 last night. Mesa, the double and an RBI. Third year of York. As the 15-year pro awaits the next offering. 1-1 the count. Dragmeyer lifts the left leg and fires the 1-1. That's near low, near the feet of Mesa. 2 balls and a strike now. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Rebs trail by 1, 6-5. 2-1. That's inside ball 3. 3 balls and a strike, and very uncharacteristic misses from Brady Dragmeyer here have him in trouble. 1 missed pitch away from walking in a run and tying this game. Mesa steps back into the batter's box, takes his open stance on the right side. And the 3-1 from Dragmeyer. Swung on by Mesa. Little dribbler foul, though, third base side as it rolls towards Polanco in the third base coach's box, and Polo will toss it over to a fan. Count moves to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded. Sanchez at first. Dundon second, the go-ahead run. Herrera the tying run at third. Base hit ties it. Extra base hit will take the lead. And the payoff pitch. Swung on by Mesa. Ground ball towards shortstop. Scooped up by Jackson. Throw across the first. It is in time to retire Mesa and retire the side. The Rebs load him up, but leave him loaded as they're held scoreless here in the 5th. And we head to the 6th here at PeoplesBank Park. Long Island still leads 6-5.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving the community for more than 155 years, always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make our communities great, and to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
First pitch of the 6th inning from Austin Nicely in there for a strike as Breland Almadova leading off for the Ducks showed bunt, but takes it for strike one. It'll be Almadova, Frias, and Lombardozzi do up for the Ducks. Nicely with the glove in front, now turns, delivers the 0-1. Swung on by Almadova, ground ball foul though, third base side. The Revs last half inning able to load him up on reliever Brady Dragmeyer, but they left him loaded. And the Revs now, tonight, have left a total of 10 men on base. 0-2. Just low in the dirt for ball one. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. For those curious, the Revs have been, 6 for 14 of runners in scoring position. They have left 10 on. Now the next pitch misses for ball 2. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the count for Almadova. Walk and an RBI base hit in the 4th. Later scored on the first of 2 RBI sac flies for the Ducks in the 4th. Lombardozzi's was the first. The 2-2. Swung on by Almadova. Hit foul. Look out, bullpen. As it caroms into the seats behind him. And they're already back in their chairs. Just a routine day over there. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count for Almadova. No one out, no one on. Next pitch, fouled off by Almadova and fouls into the netting. 2 balls, 2 strikes and remains. Nicely through his first 5, has had the battle. 5 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 of those earned, 2 walks and a strikeout. But the Revs are still in it, trailing by 1, 6-5. And the 2-2 again. Swung on by Almadova, tracking towards right center somewhat. Now tracking towards pure right, and Encarnacion there to put it away for out number 1. One out, no one on, is back to the top of the order in Vladimir Frias. Frias so far reached an error in the first and scored on a fielder's choice, and then hit his own fielder's choice in the second. 2-run double in the 4th inning, and later scored on Mazzilli's RBI sac fly. Ducks' third baseman steps in for the 4th time. First pitch from Nicely. This is low for ball 1, 1 on the count. Nicely working quickly as he delivers the 1-0. Swung on by Frias. Ground ball to Jan at short. Scooped up, throw across to first. Herrera claims it just slightly above the head for out number 2. And after the rough 4th inning for Nicely, he has locked in. Just a base hit afterwards, a Sal Giardina base hit, but he's retired 4 of his next 6 following that rough 4th. 2 outs, no one on. In steps the Major League vet Steve Lombardozzi. Base hit, RBI sac fly, and a flyout. First pitch. Nicely swung on by Lombardozzi, smokes it to left field, and that will be his 2nd hit of the night. He rounds first, looking for more, throwing from left, go to second. Kenley applying the tag, and they get him out trying to reach second. Inning over. Lombardozzi got greedy after what was already a base hit, and the throw from Mesa to Kenley was spot on. Ducks kicked off the board here in the 6th inning, heading to the bottom half of the inning. Ducks still lead, though, 6-5.
The 1741 Club is here. You in? PeoplesBank Park introduces a revolution in hospitality in York. The 1741 Club, presented by UPMC. Now open on the skybox level of PeoplesBank Park, the 1741 Club features stylish design and contemporary decor, all-inclusive food and beverages, and totally flexible ticket purchase options. The hottest spot in York is the place to entertain and thank customers, reward employees, celebrate family occasions, or simply treat yourself to an all-inclusive experience at the ballpark. Nightly menus include enhanced classics and a rotation of special offerings, and house selections of draft beer and wine and a full range of non-alcoholic beverages are included in the ticket price. 1741 Club tickets are available for individual purchase through 3 levels of membership or as season tickets, and they can be used for any of the York Revolution's home games based on availability. The 1741 Club, presented by UPMC. You in? Details and pricing at 1741club.com.
Shadowfax is committed to helping people with intellectual disabilities live an everyday life in their home and community. Currently, Shadowfax is seeking applicants of a passion for making a difference, one person at a time. Open positions include Residential Direct Support Professional, LPN, Day Services Community Participation Support, Residential Scheduler, Training Manager, and more. Shadowfax offers comprehensive benefits packages and a $1,000 sign-on bonus for most positions if hired before August 1st. For a full list of open positions and pay rates, visit shadowfax.org. Shadowfax, building relationships, creating possibilities. Shadowfax is an equal opportunity employer.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Well, thanks to some wonderful defense from the Revs and a throw from left field to Jack Kenley covering second, the Revs keep the Ducks off the board for a second straight inning. Heading to the bottom of the 6th now at PeoplesBank Park. It's still a 6-5 Ducks lead. We'll see what Wellington Dotel, Jack Kenley, and JC Encarnacion can do against Hunter Cervenka, the new pitcher on the mound for the Ducks. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Cervenka, first pitch. Which is the outer part of the plate for strike one on Dotel to start Wellington 0-1. Cervenka, no stranger to the Atlantic League, played at the Skeeters down at Sugar Land in 2015 and 2018. It's the 0-1. Swung on and missed by Dotel for strike two. Cervenka quickly ahead of Dotel 0-2. Cervenka, originally a 27th round pick, and by the Red Sox in 2008. Out of Ross Sterling High School in Baytown, Texas. The 0-2. That's a called third strike, and Dotel's rung up for out number 1 here in the 6th. He knew it. No argument from Dotel as he heads back to the dugout. 1 out, no one on for Jack Kenley. Kenley strikeout, double and run scored in the 3rd, and a flyout in the 4th. And was the ending part of a throw from left field to tag out Steve Lombardozzi, who tried to leg out a double last half inning. First pitch from Cervenka. Swung on and foul tipped in the glove of Giardino for strike one, 0-1 the count. The full line for Cervenka coming into this appearance. Started the year with West Virginia. So you wait the 0-1, here it comes. Swung on by Kenley, fouled off the netting. Leaves the count to no balls and 2 strikes. This is his 16th total appearance, 10th for Long Island. One and 2 record of a 5.79 ERA is the 0-2. Dips away for ball 1, ball and 2 strikes to count for Kenley. 1 and 2 record, 5.79 ERA, 12 earned runs, 13 total, and 18 2/3 innings pitched, 12 walks, 15 strikeouts. Has given up 3 home runs on the year. The 1-2. I don't know if it fouled off the bat of Kenley or got maybe the knob of it. No, it missed. 2-2 the count. Next pitch, missed outside. It's now ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count moves to full for Jack. Payoff pitch. That misses away, ball 4. And Cervenka not happy with it. Kenley moves the first and 1 out. I think our field may have picked that one up. 1 out walk work by Kenley. Hits the first on it. JC Encarnacion now to the plate. 2 strikeouts, sandwiching a base hit and a run scored in the third. First pitch from Cervenka. That'll miss outside for ball 1, 1-0 the count. Cervenka's last outing came against the High Point Rockers, inning in a third scoreless. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts against the Rockers. Cervenka looked the first, no throw, now delivers towards the plate, and that's a called strike 1. Ball on the strike now for JC. And now it's to catch up with his comrade in front of him, Jack Kenley, in terms of extra base hits. They were both with 4 doubles. Kenley got his 5th. 1-1. Dips low for ball 2. 2 balls into strike now for Encarnacion. Revs trail by just 1 run, 6-5 here in the bottom of the 6th. Out hitting Long Island 11-8. Now catch the outer half again, this time strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Encarnacion. 10 of those 11 hits for the Revs came in the first 3 innings. 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 5 in the third. But since then, just 1 hit, and that was back in the 5th to lead it off, courtesy of Josue Herrera. The 2-2. That misses tad low and outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes as Encarnacion works it full. 1 out runner at first of Jack Kenley on a walk. Cervenka spent time in the major leagues of the Braves in 2016 and Marlins in the same year, and also 2017. It's now the payoff pitch. Swung on by Encarnacion. Foul, though, third base side. And a good play by the bat boy, barehanded. At the left, had the go a bit to his left as he almost went middle of the Ducks dugout. If it got past him, it would have been a hit, so his fielding percentage would have been all right. But regardless, the count remains full for Encarnacion. 3-2, 1 out, 1 on. Tying run aboard and Jack Kenley on a walk. Cervenka stares at Kenley at first. Now turns to the plate. 3-2, swung on by Encarnacion. Foul again, this time first base side, and we'll do it once more at a full count. Revs have battled, but they've left too much chicken on the bone tonight, even with a 6-for-14 average of runners in scoring position tonight. You look at that and figure there can't possibly be some left on, but you'd be surprised. They've had a plethora of opportunities tonight against the Ducks. Feldman had a rough outing, giving up 10 hits, 5 earned runs off of those 10 hits. But the bullpen for Long Island has been good. Payoff pitch, and that misses low, ball 4. Another call of frustration from Cervenka on the mound. And it's back-to-back walks after getting Dotel looking on strike 3. Kenley moves to second, Encarnacion at first. Runners at first and second, tying and leading go-ahead runner on for Josue Herrera, who's collected base hits in his last 2 at-bats. Brought in a run with a single in the third and collected a base hit to lead off the 5th. His ground out back to the pitcher, the starter Feldman in the second, pardon me. Cervenka looked to second, now delivers. Herrera swinging at the first pitch, skying it to left field, going back is Ford towards the wall, and it will carry him off the wall and towards Ford's glove, and a run will come in. This game is tied. RBI double for Josue Herrera, and the Revs making a new ball game at 6 apiece. Jack Kenley scores all the way from second, and the Revs are back in business, baby. third double of the year for Josue Herrera, his 6th RBI of the season. He has 2 runs batted in tonight. He takes second. JC Encarnacion is over at third. 1 out on the board as Andrew Dundon now steps to the plate. Dundon will walk in the 5th, RBI base hit in the 3rd, fly out in the 2nd. Cervenka ready, ball in the glove near the chin. First pitch. Inside as Dundon put up the hands. It's ball 1, 1-0 the count. Runners at 3rd and 2nd. Still 1 out on the board as the Revs have made it a new ball game at 6 each. The double from Herrera, the 12th hit of York's night. Just their 2nd hit, though, since the 3rd inning. The 1-0. Catch the outside part of the plate for a strike. Ball and a strike now the count for Andrew Dundon. Been noticing that every time he comes to the plate, they play the Law and Order sound effect that shows the change in scenery. Big fan of that. The 1-1. Fouled off by Dundon, went near the hands and tried to turn on a pitch towards the inside part of the plate. Hits it foul, though, first base side. Count moves to 1-2. I feel like every time I go home, my house, it's either Criminal Minds, one of the Law and Orders, SVU, the traditional one, Criminal Intent. I mean, I have the whole series on DVD, so who am I to talk? 1-2 the count for Dundon. Next pitch, swung on by Dundon, foul again. This time over the netting, again first base side as it caroms towards the seating bowl. Do it again at 1-2. Revs tied at 6, thanks to the RBI double from Josue Herrera. He stands at 2nd with it. Over at 3rd is JC Encarnacion. The go-ahead run for York just 90 feet away. The 1-2. Swung on by Dundon. That's a drive to left center. That'll fall for the hit, and the Revs will take a lead. JC Encarnacion scores. Here comes Josue Herrera. It's a bases-clearing hit for Andrew Dundon. And the Revs take a 2-run lead. 8-6 here in the 6th. It's now 16 runs batted in for Andrew Dundon after his RBI base hit in the 3rd. This one collects 2 in the 6th. And after going a little cold after their big 3rd, the Bats have come alive once more here in the 6th inning. Lenin Rodriguez steps in for the 4th time. First pitch swinging is Rodriguez, ground ball to 2nd. Scooped up by Lombardozzi, throw to shortstop covering Jackson in time, throw to Freeman at 1st. That is in time, and it's an inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. But not till the Revs take a 2-run lead thanks to a 2-run shot from Dundon and a RBI double from Josue Herrera. 8-6, good guys, as we head to the 7th inning. Darrell Henry takes it the rest of the way on the Revs Radio Network.
You get in your car. And you start your car. You put the car in gear. And you go. Nowhere.
What the?
Because your transmission has failed. Or you try and put it in gear and it makes an awful grinding noise. Or you put it in gear and take off, but when it's time for the transmission to shift, the RPMs just go higher, but you aren't gaining any speed.
Dang it!
Now you've heard of the good-looking genius and the crew at Broadway Transmission, right here on the radio. But now all you have to do is go to www.broadwaytrans.com to arrange a tow right from the website, and in a flash, your vehicle is on its way to the recovery, and with the best tracked warranty in the industry. Easy financing, free towing with repairs, AAA authorized, and the most recommended family-owned transmission shop around since 1951.
Broadway Transmission will get your ship together and stand behind it too. Visit us on the web at broadwaytrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
I felt like my well-being was tied to the morning stock numbers. I wanted to invest, but grew tired of the stress of potential losing it all. A friend of mine suggested I talk to Tom Dasher about a fixed index annuity that could be a stable option while still seeing potential growth. Tom has been helping folks here in York County for over 30 years. Give him a call at 717-487-2096 to see if he can assist you.
New FM signal, new website. Visit us online at 989WOYK.com and take us on the go. Download the new WOYK app today.
Game heads to the late innings. Revs have the lead 8-6. Their second big inning of the night, rallying for 3 in the 6th. Isaac Sanchez will take over. He, before yesterday, became before Thursday. Monday through Wednesday became the first Revs pitcher this season to work in 3 consecutive days. Has had the last 2 off and will come in here. He's really starting to hit his stride. He's 2-0. Got a win recently, 4.50 ERA. 1 win with High Point, 1 with York. 16 outings, 18 innings, 19 hits, 12 walks, 20 Ks. Opponents have hit .264 against him. And an 8-6 lead. Clint Freeman will lead things off. He came into the DH spot, double switch, took over at first base. They could potentially use him to pitch at some point tonight. He's a 2-way player at the plate, hitting .270, a home run, and 6 driven in. And Sanchez's first offering is a fastball in for a strike. Nicely went 6, gave up 8 hits, 4 of those in 1 inning. 6 runs, 5 of those in 1 inning. There's the 0-1. And a swing and a miss, splitter from Sanchez. 1 of the runs was unearned. He walked 2, struck out 1. 83 pitches, 55 strikes. So really just the 1 inning that hurt him tonight. And Sanchez, the 0-2. Swinging a bouncer foul over by the first base on deck region. Ford and Jackson coming up this inning as well. 3, 4, 5 in the order, but Mazzilli is done for the night after that double switch that they made. Another 0-2, and a swing and a ground ball. Oh, Sanchez, a great play, running toward first. He'll underhand to Herrera. 1 down here in the 7th inning, and that was a thing of beauty. He had his follow through, and he had his glove low to the dirt. He almost started to pull up instinctively, kept it low on the second effort, and sort of backing up to give himself a chance to play the hop and react to it. Very neatly stuck it, very graceful. And apparently Lou Ford grabbed the wrong bat as he heads back toward their dugout. 1 away. Revs have had some miraculous plays on the mound this year. I wouldn't call Sanchez a miracle, but it was really good reaction, pretty play.
Eduardo Rivera a couple Sundays ago had a nice snag above the dirt.
Here is Ford, first pitch. It is a called strike, splitter from Sanchez. Sanchez winds and fires, and a swing and a tap foul, third base side. What fell harder, that splitter or that burger?
It's probably a dead even heat between the 2.
Heartburn?
No. I don't have that ailment yet.
You will. Here's the 0-2. And that misses in the dirt.
Man, if I drink my V8 every morning like I do, I should be able to avoid the Tums for a bit.
That's what you think.
My wife is weird, though. She loves the taste of Tums. I don't know.
Ew.
She's weird like that. It's like they're just chalk.
Yeah.
I just...
Here's a fastball low, 2-2.
At that point, why don't you just go to a classroom and eat one of those traditional chalkboard chalk? It's about the same.
If we clip just the part where you said my wife is weird, what would happen to you?
Oh, nothing. She'd fully admit it.
Okay. Just checking.
Fully admit it. She's probably listening now, so.
Great. 2-2, the pitch. Swinging a bouncer, hit softly. It's going to be tough. Sanchez over, bare hands, fires! Not in time. He rifled it, and he ends up on his back trying to get everything into that throw and fell into Dundon, who was coming in charging. Lou Ford legs out the infield hit. Sanchez, weak contact, but this time in a perfect spot.
What a throw, though. He almost got him.
Yeah, that thing had some fur on it. Here's Ryan Jackson, who has grounded out all 3 times tonight. Revs an 8-6 lead here in the 7th inning. 1 on, 1 out. Capion up in the pen, by the way. The pitch, it is over for a strike. A splitty. And it's got some slider cut to it, but it is a split. Here's the 0-1, and a fastball missed away. 91 on it. That 1:30 a.m. pizza in Charleston the other night, now that was some heartburn.
How fast you down that bad boy?
Quickly. Sanchez ready. The 1-1 fastball, it is just outside. A little of it for breakfast the next day too. Just a beacon of health. Sanchez set. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a high fly ball to deep left field. Mesa is back on the track, has to play it off the wall, and it bounds free. Ford racing to third, Jackson into second with a double. It hit the nemesis on its down flight about halfway up, just above the manual scoreboard. And Jackson makes it second and third with 1 out. Ducks have the tying run in scoring position. Sal Giardina coming to the plate. Long Island threatening right back. Sanchez trying to keep the lead for nicely. Giardina's been on base all 3 times tonight. Hit batter, infield hit, single, 2 for 2 with a run. Switch hitter bats left. And the first pitch is over for a strike. Splitter to start. Corners are drawn in, and I suppose a chance to keep Ford at third if it's hit to one of them. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Buried the splitter down low this time. Got a great view of Ray's video buffering over here. Do a lot of that here these days. A lot of buffering. The 0-2, and it dives down and inside. Revs an 8-6 lead here in the 7th inning, trying to snap a 3-game skid tonight. The offense has awoken, 13 hits. But not an easy one. It's been back and forth. Sanchez ready. And now the 1-2. Swinging a high fly to right field. Encarnacion moves over into right center. He is there, lines it up, catch is made. He'll throw it toward third base. Intercepted by Sanchez. Ford will tag from third and come in. Jackson stays at second. It's a 1-run game, 8-7 on Sal Giardina's sac fly to right, his 15th driven in. And that trims the lead to 1.
third RBI sac fly for the Ducks tonight.
They back-to-back in that 5-run fourth inning. Now here is Johnny Turbo, who's 1 for 3, single and a run. Sanchez sets at the belt, delivers home, swing and a miss, starts him off with the split. There have been 3 lead changes tonight. Revs twice have come back from trailing in the game, both times by 1 run. Ducks came back from a once 4-run Revs lead to take their second lead in the middle innings. Here's the 0-1, and a swing and a miss. Sanchez stays off speed. The run tonight does end a 3-appearance scoreless streak for him by trying to keep the lead intact. Runner at second, 2 outs. And ahead of Turbo, here's the stretch. And the 0-2, runner breaks for third, and a swing and a miss anyway. Lennon picks it, applies the tag, and the inning is over. Only the 1 run scores, 2 hits, 1 runner left. Sanchez holds the lead. It's stretch time here at PeoplesBank Park. Revs 8, Ducks 7.
Many ancient cultures believed our feet to be the source of well-being. In fact, from the moment humankind first stood upright, our feet have been our most fundamental connection with the earth. At Flying Feet, we strive to strengthen that connection with a selection of summer footwear that are fashionably appealing, orthopedically correct, and most importantly, comfortable.
Flying Feet.
Since we introduced them, OOFOS has been the hottest brand of thongs, slides, and clogs on the market. Lightweight and fashionable, OOFOam technology absorbs 37% more impact than traditional foam footwear materials. Less stress on your feet and joints means OOFOS all-day comfort. Now Flying Feet introduces New Sole. These American-made thongs and slides are soft, lightweight, and super comfortable. Their supportive footbed addresses a variety of foot ailments. New soles are especially good for water fun as they float, are non-porous, and slip-resistant. See all of the men's and women's styles available for your summer fun at Flying Feet.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, the sportswear specialty store without specialty prices. 1511 Mount Rose Avenue behind Domino's Pizza, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Listen live and on demand with the new WOYK app and online at 989WOYK.com.
Bottom of the 7th, Revs with an 8-7 lead. New pitcher is left-hander Chris Reed, and they make another double switch as Daniel Fields comes in to play right. And Reed is in on the mound. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And the Revs with the top of the order coming up, trying to add to the 1-run lead. Sanford, Sanchez, and Mesa. Chris Reed appearing in game number 10. He's also made 2 starts, 1-2 with a 6.23 ERA. 13 innings, 15 hits, 11 runs, 9 earned, 10 walks, 14 Ks. Sanford will lead it off. 2 for 3 tonight. RBIs, stolen base, sack bunt. He'll bat from the right. He's Reed's first, and it is in at the knees for a strike. Sanford now with 4 multi-hit games and actually 5 in the last 9. As he swings and he slaps one at third, Frias was playing in. He pounces to his left and throws him out at first. One hop low to the grass, and Frias went to all fours to his left to get to it. But Sanford picking it up. He's gone the last 9 games in hits 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-2. So back-to-back multi-hit games last night and tonight. Here is Jan Sanchez now. He's 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Reed from the stretch. Fires and a swing and a foul back against the netting. Reed, who made one of his 2 starts here in York. June 13th, 2 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned. Now fires, and a breaking ball, bends in for a strike. Austin Steinfurt beat him that day, went 5 strong on a Sunday. And he'll get the start for York tomorrow. Looking to repeat pitch, swinging a foul against the net. Revs also faced Reed once in relief previously. Total against York, 3 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned. Former Stanford Cardinal, former Miami Marlin. Now lifts and fires, and is swinging a foul back toward the roof. Former New Britain B, which I think is that the natural pecking order? They're kind of in the same breath as Stanford and Miami Marlins. New Britain Bees. Another 0-2, fastball, high and away. Got into 2 games with Miami in 2015. Former first rounder of the Dodgers, 16th overall in 2011. Read the pitch, and it almost hit Jan, who jumped back. That was in near his jersey. Wear that thing a little baggier. 2-2. Capion was up last inning. I would assume still is. Try to go Cap to Fuller tonight. The 2-2. And a swing and a high drive deep toward the corner in right field. Turbo a look. It is up onto the deck, but foul. Foul by maybe 5 feet, if that. And Sanchez hit it pretty true. I don't think it sliced much at all for it to have been that close. Right up over the fence, but just foul next to the foul pole. Went bounding under the rightmost picnic tent. Another 2-2 to Jan. And a swing and a broken bat, punch shot on the ground to first. Freeman waits for it to get to him, gloves, and takes it to the bag. And that's out number 2, 2 ground ball outs. Malky Mesa to the plate. Mound visit, I guess apparently just about signs. The double switch will have Daniel Fields leading off the 8th inning. And they put the pitcher's spot in Johnny Turbo's spot, who had made the last out in the 7th. Revs an 8-7 lead here in the bottom of the 7th tonight. Here's Mesa, who's 1 for 3, single and a walk. First pitch, he swings and fouls it against the netting. Revs went back in front on a 3-run sixth. There's the 0-1, and that's down and in off of Giardina's mitt. I feel like I'm at home right now. There's the 1-1, and it misses down and in. That'll be me if they run out of slushies tomorrow. Pitch is swung on and miss. High fastball, 2-2. It's probably a Long Island Ducks fan. Now the 2-2, and it is high. Count goes full on Malky.
Reason number 1065 why I don't have kids.
Now the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Slider bending in, and gets Mesa swinging. 1-2-3 7th for Chris Reed. We'll go to the 8th tonight. Revs lead the Ducks 8-7.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Tee off this season on the best layout in Pennsylvania and experience Royal Manchester Golf Links, bringing you to the coast of the British Isles while never leaving your backyard. Our unique Pure Links layout in the rolling hills of York County gives golfers an experience like none other, featuring 18 pristine holes with picturesque views of the countryside and consistently ranked one of the top public courses in the state. Also offering outings and event bookings. Book your tee time today at 717-268-0490 or nab our online specials at RoyalManchesterGolfLinks.com.
Can't get enough of the birds? Sports Radio 98.9 and 1350 WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from The Athletic Baltimore. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball and the birds every Monday at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the 8th, Victor Capion takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Revs with an 8-7 lead. Daniel Fields will lead things off for Long Island. Came into right field in the double switch last inning. Capion is 1-1 with a 4.32 ERA in 8 outings, 8 1/3 innings, 4 runs on 8 hits, and it's the exact same totals that he had with Campeche in Mexico. And I know that because for some reason, MLB thinks that we want those stats mixed in with ours. So he's done the exact same in both spots now. And it would have a better ERA here if Southern Maryland knew how to score. Games, that is. Here's Daniel Fields, who swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. Fields hitting .209, 2 home runs, 13 batted in. Started last night, went 0 for 4. Had been hot coming in. Capion from the set. Here's the 0-1 and a slider. It bends right through the strike zone. 2 quick strikes. Have Almadova and then Frias this inning as well. Now the 0-2. Fastball, that's outside. Capion last in Tuesday at West Virginia. 2 scoreless innings in that one. On the 1-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Tied him up with the slider. Foul tip squeezed. And that's out number 1. Time for this date in York baseball history, brought to you by the York County History Center. For tickets and guided tours, visit online, yorkhistorycenter.org. This date 2 years ago, the All-Star Game hosted here at PeoplesBank Park. Isaias Tejeda, the MVP, won the homer off and had a big home run in the game as well. Here is Breland Almadova. Capion, the first pitch. It's a bunt try, and Victor off the mound toward first. He's there, and he'll feed Herrera on the underhand flip. 2 away. Almadova trying to bunt his way on, and not only was it a little bit too direct back toward the pitcher, but it was into Victor's follow-through coming off toward first base. So 2 away quickly. Now we go to the top, and Frias. He will turn around and bat left. Tonight he is 1 for 4, 2-run double, 2 runs scored. And that was all from the right side of the plate against Nicely. Revs up a run here in the 8th. Vic the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Slider busting Frias in under his knuckles. And Capion's got great command of that here so far tonight. Now ready with Lennon. They set up away. Here is the 0-1. And a swing and a foul tip to the backstop. And that's exactly where Rodriguez wanted it. Right on the black away. It's 0-2. Revs up 8-7. And now set. And he'll step off. No batting gloves for Frias. Capion with the pitch, and look out, line drive. He hit that one backwards. Foul toward the concourse on the first base side. And you really don't expect one to come up there, especially with a left-hand hitter up. Looks like everybody's okay, hopefully. Oh, and 2 it remains. Cap ready, and fires, and a swing and a foul back. Got in on Frias' hands again, but he spoils this one. He is back with Long Island for a second year. He had a couple of all-star seasons in Lancaster before that. Capion ready, and another 0-2 coming. And a swing and a miss! He blew him away. Fastball at 90, right down the chute and right by him. After all those sliders, he blows him away. 1, 2, 3, 8th with a pair of strikeouts for Capion. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th tonight. Revs still on top by a run. It's 8-7.
Spring is in the air, and Harvey's Rental can get you prepared for what's ahead. With the biggest selection of steel products on the market, Harvey's Rental will get you set for your next home project. From lawn and garden equipment, pressure washers, post hole diggers, and more, Harvey's Rent-All has it all. Have a special get-together or graduation coming up? Harvey's Rent-All has what you need to make your party memorable. Visit them in person at 1409 South George Street in York or online at harveysrental.com.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
We here at Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK are thinking about expanding our programming. So let me bounce some ideas off of you. How about we air some Southern Maryland Blue Crabs games?
It's the worst thing I've ever heard.
How about the Long Island Ducks?
It could be anything really, but that is horrible.
How about the Barnstormers?
To replace it with anything would be horrible, but this stuff is even worse than horrible.
Okay, we get it. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, your home for the York Revolution.
You're on York's home for Sixers basketball. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the bottom of the 8th, Revs an 8-7 lead. Wellington Dotel was double hooked out a couple innings ago, so Walner Espinal will pinch hit here in the bottom of the 8th. And Kenley and Encarnacion. Reed stays in. 1-2-3 7th. And the Revs getting Jim Fuller ready for the 9th. Here's Espinal to dig in. He's hitting .207. Entering play tonight. A couple homers, 7 driven in. First pitch, fastball. That's over for a strike. Had a 2-for-5 game the other night in West Virginia. As a pinch hitter, 0-for-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's down low. Revs looking for their 10th comeback win of the year. Trying to snap a 3-game skid overall. It's the 1-1 swing and a miss as Reed pulled the string, breaking ball. Revs and Ducks 2-2 against each other this season after the Long Island win last night. 1-2 and a swing and a ground ball pulled foul up the third base line. Eight runs, 13 hits, 1 error for York. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Long Island. Long look from Reed, and he's sat on it. Pitch, swing and a miss. Change up, and gets Espinal swinging. Revs Baseball is brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines, Penn State York, Highmark Health, Sheets, Fast Signs, Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital, Performance Food Service, and Encompass Health. I've spent a fair bit of money at Sheets this week. Here's Jack Kenley. And he goes around. First pitch, 3/4 swing on a Reed slider. Kenley tonight, 1 for 3, a double, a walk, 2 runs scored. The 0-1. Fastball, it is a strike on the outer edge. Like Giardina was set up middle and had to move his glove a little bit, but TrackMan said it had the plate. The 0-2. And that's in the dirt. I see Sandy has not been fired from coaching first base tonight. Revs have had a good night at the plate. A run in the second, 4 in the third, 3 in the sixth. And now the pitch. It is a slider and a called third strike. Reed paints the outside and Kenley is rung up. 3 strikeouts in a row for the lefty, who's retired all 5 that he's faced. Reed, who was born in London in the UK. Family moved to Southern California at a young age. Here's the Encarnacion. He takes a strike at the knees. JC tonight 1 for 3, infield hit, walk, and he has scored 2 runs. Pitch and a swing, a ground ball foul right past Polo at third. Guess Reed probably doesn't have his British accent anymore. Dad was working in England when he was not even a year old, then they moved to the States. The 0-2, swinging a liner pulled foul. That was another slider that ran in on him. All he could do was hit it foul past Polo. He's had several come his way here this inning. Ducks in the 9th will have 2-3-4 up. Another 0-2, and that misses high. It'll be Lombardozzi, Freeman, and Ford. Let's see, Jim Fuller's ready and waiting for. Now the pitch, swing and a miss. Went down and away and gets Encarnacion. Reed strikes out the side. He's struck out 4 in a row and has retired all 6 that he's faced in 2 innings out of the Long Island bullpen. But the Revs have the 1-run lead, and Jim Fuller's looking to close it out. We go to the 9th. York on top, 8-7.
PeoplesBank is happy to sponsor the home of the York Revolution, PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving the community for more than 155 years, committed to helping their clients achieve their dreams and live confidently. That commitment continues at PeoplesBank Park, with Revs games, concerts, events, youth sports, and much more. We're proud to partner of the York Revolution, and we look forward to seeing you at PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're your friends, family, and neighbors, and have been serving the community for over 90 years. Whether you need energy for your home or for your business, we've got you covered. We can help keep you comfortable with all your heating needs, from heating oil to propane, electricity to natural gas. And if something breaks, like your air conditioning or furnace, we have a team of HVAC experts ready to fix it, so you can stay comfortable all year long. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY.
Need an excavating contractor for your upcoming project? Get it done locally and get it done right with Barnes & Barnes Incorporated Excavating. Locally owned and in business since 2005, Barnes & Barnes Incorporated Excavating is a small excavating and landscaping business offering demolition, excavating, landscaping, foundations, concrete, sewer and water hookups, lot clearing, welding, fabrication, and more. Located in Windsor at 30 North Blacksmith Avenue, Barnes & Barnes will get the job done right. Call Scott to schedule your project at 717-515-3495. That's 515-3495. Or email him at barnesbarnesscottinc@gmail.com. That's barnesbarnesscottinc@gmail.com.
The York Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the 9th, Jim Fuller takes over. Revs up 8-7. Steve Lombardozzi leads things off. And Fuller's first pitch is swung on and missed. Change up, and Lombardozzi a half hack. He is 2 for 3 tonight. Sack fly in the 4th. He's got family in Chambersburg. A lot of folks here to see him tonight. He's had a little cheering section. Fuller with the 0-1. And it is just outside. Fuller, his first outing since the 9th inning Wednesday night at West Virginia, gave up 5. It was a non-save situation, took the loss. There's the 1-1, and it misses high and wide, so he's still 8 for 10 in saves. 1-2 with a 4.11 ERA, 15 outings. ERA before that outing was 2.45. Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 90. Right by him. It's about as good a jump as we've seen on a Fuller heater here this year. He's now 1 behind Michael Tonkin for the league lead in saves, trying to match him tonight. And he is set. Here's the 2-2. Fastball high and wide. Trying to keep the leadoff man off base. Freeman, the lefty, on deck, then Lou Ford. Davidson, Romero, Hector Sanchez among those that are on their bench as well. And Fuller set. Here is the payoff. And a swing, a line drive, center field. Sanford has it, red. He's there, makes the two-hand grab, 1 away here in the 9th. Had him played perfectly, slightly over to pull. And Clint Freeman to the plate. May have heard some equipment get slammed. Now here is Freeman, who grounded back to Isaac Sanchez when he faced him in the 7th inning, his only at bat since coming in. Left on left. And Fuller ready. He fires. And a swing and a miss. Fastball at 91. He smokes him. It's no balls and a strike. Fuller, he's got some giddy up on his heat tonight. First came to the Atlantic League with Long Island in 2017. Here's the 0-1. And a fastball just missed low. He actually would have gone to the American Association and the Chicago Dogs and Butch Hobson, but New Britain acquired him via trade in 2018. Fuller, the 1-1. And a swing and a pop-up foul, back out of play. Another 90-mile-an-hour fastball on the hands. Fuller just 5'10", but the lefty can bring it. We've seen more of the two-seam sinking stuff than anything this year, but he's rearing back tonight. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, sits high. Revs an 8-7 lead here with 1 out in the 9th. Now Fuller the stretch. And the 2-2. Swinging a foul tip. Freeman just stays alive as he tapped it back behind the plate right off the very tip of the bat. Freeman, the two-way player, left-hand reliever as well. Former Dodgers draft pick. Fuller with the pitch, and a swing and a line drive right side. It's a base hit into right field. I believe they tried to go slider, but a little too much plate, and Freeman pulls it into right. So the tying run is on. Lou Ford will bat. Ford tonight, 1 for 4, infield hit, run scored back in the 7th inning. Former teammate of Fuller's back in 2017. And the first pitch, it is outside, changeup. Ford, his 11th season with Long Island, his 7th as a player coach. Had 6 years in the majors as well. 1-0, and he swings and he fouls it back against the netting. He's with some really good Minnesota Twins teams, 2003 through 07, and then got back to the majors with the Orioles in 2012. Had been in the Atlantic League earlier that season, and then was playing postseason games with Baltimore that fall. Now the 1-1, fastball high and wide. Double play would end it. Ford, the league player of the year back in 2014. Here's the stretch from Fuller. Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball in the outside corner. Ryan Jackson is waiting on deck. This is the K-Man tonight. Fuller ready. The 2-2. Swinging a towering fly. Back of third. Dundon back toward the bullpen. Sanchez over. And it lands against the fencing. Down by the Ducks bullpen. And Ford's still alive. It glanced down against the sidewall, or maybe even the railing, as Sanchez was approaching. So everybody back, we'll do it again. Revs an 8-7 lead. 1 on, 1 out here in the 9th inning. Now Fuller has his sign. And the pitch. Swinging a foul back to the net. And again, Ford hangs in. It was Fuller's 18th pitch. He's been waiting since Wednesday night to get back out there. Total pro. He's out there early every day. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss! He struck him out! Went down out of the strike zone. I think a changeup. Lennon a clean pick. And that's out number 2. It's also the K-Man tonight. So a little extra with that one. And now it's going to be Fuller against Ryan Jackson trying to end it. Here's Fuller's first pitch. It is a little high. Jackson 1 for 4, doubled off the nemesis in the 7th inning. Now Fuller ready. And the 1-0. Fastball, it is just outside. Revs an 8-7 lead. Freeman the tying run at first. Now Fuller wants a new ball. Behind Jackson 2-0, looking to come back. Set up in. Fuller the pitch. Up and in. 3 balls and no strikes. Sal Giardina on deck. (3-0) now. And Fuller delivers and taking. It's right there for a strike. 3-1. Fuller again sitting at 90 with the Heat. He's been at 91 tonight. Looking for a final out. Here's the stretch. Now the 3-1. Swinging a foul back to the screen. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Freeman's going to have the head start from first. With a full count, 2 outs. Fuller trying to end it. He's got his sign. Here's the stretch. And the payoff pitch. Swinging a line drive left field. Mesa is there. He's got it. Game over. And the Revs win in come-from-behind fashion here tonight. A 3-run, 6th inning the difference. And the bullpen nails it down. 8-7 is the final. Much needed win. They snapped the 3-game skid. And Jim Fuller back into the save column, ties for the league lead with his 9th. Closes it for Austin Nicely, who hung in there to finish 6th. Strong finish to his night and a comeback before the bullpen took over, and the Revs will go for a series win tomorrow. Again, playing the Ducks 3 consecutive weekends if they want any chance of making a late run at the first half before it's too late. Got to win the lion's share of these, and they'll go for the series win tomorrow after an exciting 1-run come-from-behind win here at PeoplesBank Park tonight. Mesa takes care of the final out. Little loopy line drive to left as Fuller gets Jackson to end it. 8-7 is your final score. Stay tuned. Post-game show is coming up next.
I'm here with Kevin Smith from Smith Wealth Advisory Group of Janney Montgomery Scott, who was recently named by Forbes and the Financial Times as one of the best financial advisors not only in the state, but also in the country. Kevin, explain the meaning of your group's tagline, a wealth of knowledge about wealth.
We've built our reputation as one of the premier wealth advisors in the country for many reasons, not the least of which is our vast expertise about wealth in all its meanings and forms. Although traditionally wealth is viewed in a monetary context with all the challenges that entails, which we're fully equipped to address, true wealth has little to do with money. To me, being wealthy is more a state of mind centered upon happiness and contentment. It's memories and experiences with friends, family, and those you love. It's finding meaning and purpose, pursuing passions, chasing dreams, and embracing life for all it has to offer. That's the type of wealth our clients long for and that we help them achieve.
You've noted that your group is guided by a quote by Henry David Thoreau, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. Tell me more about that.
It's so true. Being wealthy is really about experiencing the richness of life itself. When you think about it, it's not ultimately money that matters, but what money can do. We help our clients educate their children and grandchildren so that they can have promising futures. We help them retire comfortably, support worthwhile causes, and endow meaningful legacies. We help them age with dignity and so much more.
For all your financial planning, investment, and wealth management needs, contact Smith Wealth Advisory Group at 779-2769 or at smithwealthadvisory.com. Smith Wealth Advisory Group, helping you fully experience life. Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Revs win it tonight, 8-7 your final score. This was a big one. They snap a 3-game skid. There were a couple real heartbreakers during that 3-game slide, certainly the first one on that streak. And the Revs, who win tonight, 8-7, will go for the series win tomorrow. Now 17-23, Long Island falls to 21-18. And at the moment, the Revs have gotten the better of it head-to-head, 3-2 against the Ducks here this season. Ray, before we get into the recap, one thing I want to point out from tonight, you can't always figure out how the game is going to go from the first inning, because this game could not have gotten off to a worse start, especially with the stuff we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast tonight. But the Revs, I don't know, Mace might say they got their heads out of you-know-where, and they end up playing a really good game the rest of the way.
Yeah, a error from the Revs in the field to lead off proceedings, but that was the only error from either side, as it was clean baseball from there, Daryl. And as you mentioned, do not judge a game by its first opening batter. And that's what you should do with this game, because it was a tremendous one after that, a close one. That seems to be the case more often than not against the Ducks this year.
And even the bottom of the first inning offensively, they had bases loaded, no outs, did not score, but then they go on to put up 8 runs on 13 hits tonight and finish the night 8 for 16 with runners in scoring position and got contributions from everywhere, but especially the bottom of the order tonight. And you look at Herrera, 7 spot, he drove in 2. Dundon, the 8 spot, drove in 3. Rodriguez, the 9 spot, he drove in 2. And 3 and 4 in the order anyway, combined for 1 for 9. So you got big time production from 5 on down. Sanford at the top had a good night as well, but again, on the offensive side also, terrible feeling after an inning, but they have a really good night too.
Yeah, you really got to be happy, especially what the bottom of the order did tonight. Andrew Dundon, his first multi-RBI game since that 6th spot he put up against the Honey Hunters in the first road trip of the year. Lenin Rodriguez also looking great at the plate. We already saw his arm behind the dish, but yeah, good offense all around from York tonight. The Ducks came to play as well. They got 11 hits and 7 runs off of those 11 hits, but the Revs just a little bit better here tonight.
Well, we'll recap things, and it was Long Island scoring the first run of the night as Vladimir Frias reached on a very ominous beginning, an error to start the game after it's all we talked about following last night's 4-error performance. And Jan Sanchez had a tough night last night, and that was the way his night started tonight after the work that was put in today. We talked about the simulated competition that Mace held pregame defensively to try to tighten the focus, and for the game to start like that, and it led to a run on an LJ Mazzilli fielder's choice. But the Revs then, who looked like they were going to come back and answer right away, down 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning, had bases loaded, no outs, but Brendan Feldman struck out the next 3 in a row, and it remained 1-0 Long Island at the end of an inning. Nicely got out of a little bit of trouble in the second, kept it 1-zip, and the Revs, with 2 outs in the second inning, rallied to tie it. It started with Lenin Rodriguez, a double to right center, and he would score on a Darian Sanford RBI single to right, Sanford's 5th multi-hit game in the last 9, and that tied it up at 1-1. And then in the third, the Revs erupting for 4 runs on 5 consecutive hits. Jack Kenley, a 1-out double to pop the balloon. J.C. Encarnacion, an infield hit. Josue Herrera, RBI single to right. Andrew Dundon, RBI single to left. Lenin Rodriguez, 2-run single to left. And York led 5-1. But just that quickly, Austin Nicely was victimized with an even bigger 4th inning as Long Island scored 5, and they went back on top 6-5. And it was an infield hit from Sal Giardina to lead things off, a play that I'm sure Nicely thought he should have made and bobbled it going toward first base. Then a single from Turbo, a walk to Farias loaded them. Breland Almodovar singled up the middle. Vladimir Frias, a 2-run double to left, and then back-to-back sac flies, Lombardozzi and Mazzilli, which the play that Darian Sanford made on that line drive, it was a sac fly. He made a phenomenal grab diving, but a run did score, and Long Island took the lead 6-5. And it did not last. The Ducks were in their bullpen in the 4th inning tonight. Feldman was lifted after 3, and by the time it got to the 6th inning, the Revs made their move. A 1-out rally beginning with a Jack Kenley walk. This was against lefty Hunter Cervenka, then J.C. Encarnacion walked as well. Josue Herrera, big hit, doubled the other way off the nemesis in left, and that set it up for Andrew Dundon, who did the rest with a 2-run single into left center over a drawn-in infield. Revs, who had tied it on Herrera's double, took the lead on Dundon's single, went up 8-6. And after Nicely gave way at the end of 6 innings, it was York's bullpen's chance to finish the job, and they did. Isaac Sanchez giving up 1 run in the 7th, an infield hit, and a double set the table. Allowed only a sac fly, though, to Giardina, which made it a 1-run game. Struck out Johnny Turbo, leaving the tying run at second. And then Victor Capion, 1-2-3 in the 8th with 2 strikeouts, and Jim Fuller with his league lead tying 9th save in the 9th inning. Allowed only the 1-out single to Clint Freeman, got a strikeout of Lou Ford, and the fly out to left off the bat of Ryan Jackson to end it. And the Revs win tonight 8-7. That's how this one played out. They go for the series win tomorrow. We'll tell you about that and check the scores from elsewhere as we wrap things